Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Moore. That's my co-host, Charles Jackson. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, man. How you feeling? So it's been a great all season so far, man.
What is this technically what day 3?
Two, two.
Today's Thursday. Free
Yeah,
agency
I think it's
started
yeah.
on Monday or Tuesday. Was it
I
Monday or
think
Tuesday?
Tuesday. I think Tuesday.
But man, free agency, man. Nothing beats. We got 21 people already. I think that's from Twitter. Shout out to y'all. But the fact that free agency is just you can't beat NBA free agency, bro. Like you can't
Nah, you
beat it.
can't.
You
You
can't beat
can't.
it, bro. So let's get it started, bro. Obviously, the Jaylen Brown news is probably one of the biggest. But I
Yep.
want to start with LeBron James news.
I'm
According to
on James.
Shams, LeBron James will continue his NBA career for the 26-27 season and has informed the Los Angeles Lakers that the franchise can move on without him because he will play elsewhere. Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul told ESPN after 8 seasons with the Lakers, including the 2020 NBA championship, James departs and enters free agency. Lakers president Rob Pelinka and Rich Paul spoke a short time ago about the four-time champion's plans. Source said James chose to inform the Lakers well before starting free agency tonight out of courtesy and appreciation for their run together and to allow LA to conduct its off-season businesses. So, before we get into the moves that the Lakers made, what are your thoughts on LeBron James not returning to the Los Angeles Lakers?
I mean, we talked about it weeks prior that he might not return. I'm not mad at him because if he did return, they wouldn't have been able to make the moves they've made because reportedly he didn't want to take a pay cut, but now he's willing to. So, but I'm not mad at all. There's a couple of teams I want to see him go to though. I at least want to see Brian try to get at least one more ring before he get up out of here. I wouldn't mind him going to the T Wolves and Ant and Melo. Um, I wouldn't mind seeing him go back to Cleveland. Everybody keeps talking about the Warriors, but unless they're able to keep Jimmy, then I wouldn't like that. But if they were able to keep Jimmy, I would like him with the Warriors. Um, so those are three teams that I got right now at the top of my head.
Why is the Timberwolves so intriguing to you, though? Like, why?
Because they got the defenders, they got Jaden, they got Ant, they got Rudy. So he doesn't have to put. He'll be they fourth best defender, and so they give him
Oh,
times on the
gotcha.
court to relax. And then on top of that, you got Ant and Lamelo, so the offensive help. He would have that, and then you still got Jaden McDaniels who could chip in here and there. And then they got a bench. They got Io. They got Dante when he gets back. They got Terrence Shannon. They got Bones. So they got a couple of options off the bench as well. I think they still need to go get a backup big. But, I think they drafted a rookie last year, a big rookie last year. I can't remember bro
Is
name.
it so? Is it Is it
Start with a
sober? Or,
J.
is it sober or is he the one on OKC?
That's the one on OKC. Sober is
Okay,
on
I do know who
OKC.
you're talking about though. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, so they drafted the big last year. I still think they need to go get a backup big, but other than that, I mean, I think that team fits perfect for him. I think he's low key
Mhm.
the missing piece. The only thing is, it's in Minnesota. Do he want to stay in Minnesota for a year or two? So that's the only thing. But I think Minnesota is his best destination if you want to win a chip.
My thoughts on LeBron James leaving. I am shocked because I have definitely come up on here and said that I felt like he wouldn't leave. I truly felt like he was not going to leave, and mostly because of family reasons. His
Mm.
family, all his family is there. Obviously, Ronnie's on the same team as him, so it's like, why would you leave LA? But I guess in the eyes of the Lakers, and I think we knew it once Luka Doncic was traded there. You aren't that important to us anymore. And I think that's fine to say, LeBron James, you're just not that guy anymore. You're still great. Don't get me wrong. But we're not catering to you like how we do, like how we will with Luca. So I am shocked. I'm very shocked that he's not going back. It's gonna look different. Whatever jersey, I mean, unless it's Cleveland. Even Loki, if he does go back to Cleveland, it's still gonna look a little shocked because we've seen LeBron in the Lakers jersey for 8 years, the longest tenure team ever he's played for. So the fact that he's going to change teams is gonna be a little shocking. You said Timberwolves, Cavs, and you said
Mm-hmm.
Warriors. I think Jimmy does stay because I mean the Wizards said they're not giving up AD. So I think they're gonna keep Jimmy, let him rehab, and then he eventually comes back later in the year. I'm not gonna lie though. I know Dan, you'll be talking about it in the chat a lot with the Miami Heat. I fake like him going back to Miami. For some reason,
Yeah,
I fake like him going back there, bro.
I don't think he gonna do that, bro. Pat Riley took them cookies, man. He ain't forgave him for that.
Apparently, they have rekindled the friendship.
Okay.
Apparently, they rekindled the friendship. I mean, well, I don't know if he rekindled the friendship with Dan Gilbert because we know what he said to him when he left the first time.
Yeah, yeah, that
So
was
he
OD.
probably was just you. I'm the player, you the owner. We keep it moving. But apparently, they have rekindled the friendship in Miami. So there is a chance he does. I wouldn't be shocked if he did go back there, because I fake like it for some reason. I just fake like it. Cleveland. It's funny because I don't know. I don't like it like that. I truly don't. And I
Why
think
not?
it's
You
because
got Donovan, you got James, you got Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, then him.
for some reason, bro, I don't know why. Because I think it's because, bro, I've seen this story, bro. I've seen it twice. Now you're going back a third time, bro.
In his career there. You
That's fine.
started your career there. You left there the second time to go get a ring, came back, brought your city a ring, and now you're retiring now.
Maybe because it's James Harden. Maybe that's why. And I think Donovan Mitchell's a great player. I just never got the like, oh, I like Donovan Mitchell. Like, I think he's great. I just never thought like, oh, he's him. I do think if I had to rank them, and you can do yours too, you can rank yours too. I would go low key Warriors, Heat, Cavs. I think
Mine's
Warriors.
go if I'm ranking the teams that I got, it
Mhm.
goes Timberwolves, Cavs, and then Warriors.
That's what you would
Well,
like him to be.
actually, I'll go Warriors second, and then I'll go Cavs last.
That's crazy because you've been saying you want him to go back to the Cavs. Now they third.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
that's
mean,
crazy.
because I like him and Steph better than I like him with the Cavs.
But you don't think
I think
Miami at all.
nah, they ain't got enough. They ain't got enough of that. They bench is depleted. They don't got no bench. And then
Really?
on top of that, what shooters do they have? Davion
Tim
Mitchell, he
Hardaway?
shot well. He shot well. They did just sign Tim Hardaway.
Fontecchio?
And then you go and then Fontecchio. Come on now. I mean, he's a good shooter, but
Yes.
the it's because the starting lineup will probably be LeBron, Giannis, Bam, Andrew, and Davion.
Yeah.
That's not enough shooting.
I mean,
And
LeBron
then
James is a good
Giannis
shooter
going
now.
And then we got Bam. If Bam was able to stretch the floor, that'd be different. But
Bam can't shoot down though. Like we ain't gonna like Bam ain't
no,
shoot
I'm not saying
decent.
he can't shoot. It's just he's not. They need knockdown shooters out there to pair with LeBron.
I ain't gonna lie. I just feel like I low key. I mean, I just feel like I think he's going to play with Steph. It's like you had that taste of it. Like I know y'all play all-star games, but it's like it's an all-star game. You actually played a good amount of games with him in the Olympics. So you
Hmm.
got the feel of how it could potentially look with you and Steph on the court. And it did not disappoint because they won a gold medal. Now you guys could potentially play. I'm gonna just hypothetical because I know they're gonna rest some games. I'm gonna just say, let's just say 65 games of them together. That would actually be cool basketball.
Is Porzingis gonna stay healthy?
Is it at this point? Is Porzingis really like a key factor?
Yeah, for defense.
I mean, I still got Draymond Green. Draymond Green signing back, so I still got Draymond.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, but that means you're gonna have Draymond. Well, when Jimmy get back, Jimmy too. But them gonna be your only two defenders.
I mean, LeBron he can't sit in the chair anymore, but he can sit down. He can play some D. I'm just. I mean, you still got Al Horford.
That man's older than how old is that? Ain't he, nah, him and LeBron, I think they the same age, ain't they?
Are they? Well, LeBron
Yeah,
came in the league.
I
Al
think they the
Horford.
same age. Well, LeBron's like a year older or something, a year or two older.
He has played 20 years in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And you got B-Pod still. And you got
Come on now.
Santos.
Come
What?
on now.
So we ain't gonna act like they ain't decent.
Come on now.
Al
We
Horford.
AirPods.
Al Horford, I guess he just turned 40.
Okay, so he a year younger than LeBron?
Yeah, he just turned. Well, technically 2 years. LeBron gonna turn 42 this year. So yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to the 103 people in the chat. And shout out to the people on
Yeah.
Twitter. But I
Yeah,
ain't gonna
but
lie though.
Porzingis gotta stay healthy. He gonna make everything work. Cause imagine Steph, Jimmy, LeBron, and Porzingis. Steph and Porzingis stretching the floor. They both are knockdown shooters. And then you got Jimmy slashing. Only thing is Draymond. Draymond got to figure out his role on that offense because he can't just be out there for defensive purposes only. He's gonna be a liability on offense. But when you got Steph and LeBron, you know it might not matter. So
And they did resign D'Anthony Melton.
yeah, I seen it. Yeah,
So that's a decent pickup. So I think like I think me personally, I would like him low key to go to the Heat, but I truly believe like the logical pick. I think it's Warriors. That's what I think. Timberwolves though, hey, that'd be low key like I don't know. It just look a little
that'd be nasty, Jay. Not nasty in
LaMelo,
the bad way, nasty in the good way.
LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, and LeBron James together.
They defense gonna be solid. Then you got shooters with LaMelo and Ant. So and Jaden can shoot a little bit, but if LeBron go to Warriors, what option is he?
What's up, y'all? Shout out to Simone. To the Warriors, he's second option.
Second, if he go to the Timberwolves, what option is he?
Low key though, he'd probably be third.
If he go to the Heat, what option is he?
He's second.
Second.
He's second.
He
He's
putting them
second.
over Bam.
Of course, yes. He's still better than Bam. He's better than Bam still. Yes. I like Bam, but he need to work with Asia or something. Like get in the
He,
gym. Because you see
he ain't
Asia
even the
starting to
best.
shoot threes.
Yeah, he not even the best hooper in his house.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But continuing on with the Lakers. The Lakers made a lot of moves yesterday.
Yes, sir.
The
Yep,
Los
baby.
Angeles Lakers are acquiring Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz for unprotected first round picks in 2031 and 2033 and the first round swaps in 2028 and 2030. And they signed Walker Kessler to a 4-year, $130 million extension. They also signed Sandro Mamba Keliselvi to a 4-year, $52 million deal with a player option in the fourth year. They also signed Quentin Grimes to a 4-year deal, and they also signed Colin Sexton to a 2-year deal. So we see the Lakers are making moves. So what are your thoughts on the Los Angeles Lakers moving on from LeBron, obviously, but making all these good moves?
Just to add to that, they said that they were interested in Kaminga too. So, I think that's what they're missing. I think they're missing that wing, that really good wing player. Um, but I'm not mad at the moves. I like the moves a lot. You get your future center to pair with Luca Walker Kessler. I know that he got injured early last year, but he showed flashes of last year that he took the next step before he got injured. He was starting to shoot threes. He's always been a great shot blocker. He always been a good rebounder. And so now you got somebody who's a lob threat with Luca, somebody who could defend the paint, somebody who could stretch the floor a little bit. So I like that. And then you got Quentin Grimes, shooter. And then you got Sandro. I can't pronounce
Just
bro
say,
name to
just say
save my
Sandra. Just
life.
say
Mamu.
Mamu. Yeah, just
Yeah,
say
but
Mamu.
him, yeah, he played really good with the Raptors last year. He could shoot the ball. So I like him as well. And then you got off the bench, you got Colin Sexton as your lead guard off the bench defensively. And he did average 20 points in the league at one point, so he could put the ball in the basket as well. I mean, I like what the Lakers are doing. I think they're just missing that wing player. In that lineup that's going to be able to defend. So if they go out there and go get Kaminga, I think that would be a really good pickup for them.
I don't think he starts. Hypothetically, if it
What?
does happen,
I do.
I am not. No offense to Kaminga. No offense. I
Bro, he
just
better than
paid.
everybody over there besides Luca and Austin.
I just paid Quinn Grimes all that money to come off the bench.
I mean, you overpaid damn near everybody besides Colin Sexton. So
Oh yeah, they did overpay. I know. I didn't overpay Quinn Grimes 15 million because what was it after the Sixers got bounced? We even said we was like, man, we don't even think Quinn Grimes even gonna get 10 mil. Man, got $15 million. Who would have thought? I don't
I
think
mean,
I don't think Kaminga starts because I think Kaminga probably signs a 1 year like prove it deal, and then you just signed all these players. I think
I
he comes
mean,
off the bench. If it does
JJ,
happen, does
one
happen.
thing, well, yeah, if it does happen, one thing about JJ though, JJ knows who to start and who not to start, and who's gonna help him produce wins. So, if anything, I think if Kaminga got that, he would start him over Quentin Grimes, especially if he's playing better than Quentin Grimes. Because then on
I
top of that,
mean,
you still need that guy that's gonna be a downhill driver.
I'm
So, and they're
I
gonna need
mean,
that.
if he eventually like just plays better than him, okay, I'm cool. But I think like if it did happen, I wouldn't be shocked that I saw Kaminga come off the bench to start game one. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna lie, the moves are like okay, they're good. This isn't a championship team though. It's not.
No, it's not.
They definitely overpaid. You basically gave up your draft capital for Walker Kessler. I think Walker Kessler's a really good big man, but you gave up basically your draft capital to get him. Mamu, he's a good player. Quentin Grimes, I definitely think you overpaid for that dude. I ain't gonna cap.
Hell yeah.
I don't. I mean, bro, I don't think he really had a good. I don't think he had a good year last year,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he had one really good playoff game in the playoffs this past year. So I just don't believe he deserved that. That's just me though. College Sexton is a good pick. What because he signed for what?
Two
Hold on.
years and 19.
Yeah. So that's not bad. Like just to come off the bench, that's not bad at all. But I mean, that's a good offensive team.
Mm-hmm.
That defense still ain't gonna do anything though. No
That's why I
cap.
said they need to go pick up a wing. They gotta go, bro. They gotta go get a wing to defend. Cause Mamu, he's not the best defender. He can defend a little bit, but Austin Reeves not a defender. Luca's not a defender. Only defender you got is Walker Kessler. So only thing I can think of is them sending everything to the paint. They gonna try to send everything to the paint. But then if you do that, you could potentially get Walker Kessler in foul trouble. So you gotta go get a wing out there that's gonna be able to defend.
My thing and I think JJ Redd is a good coach. Can he do what Steve Kerr couldn't do? And will he be at least be patient with Kaminga if it does
I
happen?
think if it does, I think JJ is a better developmental coach. I think because JJ, all the best coaches they pay attention to detail, and JJ Redick he pays attention to detail. So I think if he got Kaminga there, I think Kaminga, I wouldn't say thrive because you still got Luca, and Kaminga's really good with the ball in his hands, but I think JJ will put him in a position to succeed.
I hope. But but then the thing is it's crazy. And I think the Hawks probably made the right move not accepting team option on him because it was worth 20 million. They probably don't think Kaminga's worth $20 million. They probably just don't think that. But there was times Kaminga did look pretty good on the Hawks. Then it was just
Mhm.
like, what are you doing? So basketball IQ to him is a thing, but JJ Redick is the coach. Where we talked about it yesterday, all pod. JJ Redick, if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, he will bench you. And
Oh,
if
for
Kaminga's
sure.
and if Kaminga's not doing what he's supposed to do, he will sit on the bench. He
I think
will.
Kaminga knows he can't mess up again. This should be what his third team that he's going to go to. So I
Well,
think he
yeah.
knows he ain't got that too many. He don't have that many chances left. So I don't think he's gonna mess up. And he's still trying to get that payday. So
Do you think let's just say in the next 3 years, because that's when Luca is off the contract. Can Luca and Austin Reeves and this team potentially can they lead them to a championship?
I don't think so. I know Luca's great. But I feel like it all depends on Austin Reeves. Is Austin Reeves gonna take that next step? Because he got paid big bank now. So is he gonna take that next step and be able to help Luca lead them? If Austin Reeves can take that next step, I still feel like it's kind of hard because the West is deep. But I think at they ceiling, if Austin Reeves plays to his max potential, is Western Conference Finals. I don't really see finals. But I feel like they still missing one more piece. They missing that wing player. I feel like that's what they really missing, a really good wing player. Like say if they had OG, I
Oh,
would say that's champion. I
man,
would say championship if they had OG, a player like OG. So
man. I think I probably put them third in the West, low key. I ain't gonna cap. If OG was there, I put them third. No cap. With Austin, Luca, OG, Mamu, and Walker Cap. Look, bro. Look, bro. So you do think they made the right decision, basically letting LeBron go, letting
yeah,
basically Rui go, letting Marcus Smart
yeah.
go, and Luke
Well,
Kennard.
the Marcus Smart one, no, and the Luke Kennard, no, because I thought Luke Kennard played really well for them, and I thought Marcus Smart played really well for them. Um, but the Rui and LeBron, yeah, I thought those were two good moves. Let them go.
They said that they could potentially waive and stretch Vanderbilt and open up some more cap space if they do
I would
that.
do that immediately. Immediately.
They need to
What
that
they gonna
bench.
do with my boy Bronny, man? What's gonna happen with Bronny? My boy probably ain't even gonna sniff the court no more. That
Well,
Bronny
low,
gone.
if you think about, look, Bronny is technically the backup point. Technically,
I
you
mean,
look at the roster.
nah,
He's
Colin would be. Colin
oh
would
yeah,
be.
my bad. You right. That's my bad. They might release them.
Nah, they can't do my boy like that, G. They can't do him like that, dog.
How
At
come
least
they
give
can't?
him a shot. At least give him a shot to prove it. This would be what his third year.
Yes, this will be year 3 for Bronny.
He's gotten better every single year. I think he needs to play in summer league this year still though, but he's gotten better every single year. I want to see what he can do, bro. I want to see what he can actually do on the court with some real NBA minutes. At least let us see.
Okay,
He's never got no
what's real
real
NBA
NBA
minutes?
minutes.
What's
Like
real NBA
actually
minutes?
playing in the game where it's like he comes in at the 5 minute mark in the fourth quarter. I mean not fourth quarter, first
Well, I was
quarter
about to say,
or he play, you know what I'm saying? He plays actual meaningful minutes, like where he can affect the game, not just doing blowouts.
well, he did do that in the playoffs. He did play. He played meaningful minutes in the playoffs.
Man,
So he didn't play meaningful minutes in the playoffs against the Rockets.
man.
Oh, okay. Oh no, bro. He played some legit minutes, bro. In the first quarter at that, with his dad. Threw a oop to him.
Man, get out of here with that.
So he didn't play
Oh,
meaningful minutes.
let me read these chats.
It's the playoffs.
Francisco, Jaylen Brown traded for a prescription P, a couple of second rounds, and a Cheetos flaming hot. Wow, not a bad for a first team All NBA player.
We gotta talk about that right after this.
Man, the Lakers are cooked. You tell me how this team could be better than OKC, Spurs, and the Wolves. The Wolves, they might be on the same par with the Wolves, but they're not better than OKC and
I think the
Spurs.
Wolves are better.
Francisco, Bronny Balls over NPC Gabe Vincent.
I think the Wolves are better than the Lakers. Just the fact that they got the defenders. They have defenders that can match. Like, come on now. Like,
Yeah, if
I
you go
can.
band for band, Kessler and Gobert essentially cancel each other out. And then they got Jaden, then Ant and LaMelo. And
Can they
yeah,
not
LaMelo.
match? Can Ant and Lamelo not match band for band with Luke and Austin Reeves?
If we being honest, LaMelo's better than Austin Reeves, and then
That's
you
fine.
can't cancel out Luca and Ant because I think Luca is still better than Ant. But
I do.
it's
Yeah.
like you could damn near cancel those two out. So if you think about it, the Timberwolves low key win because Jaden would be better than whoever else the Lakers got.
I agree. That's why. But I was just thinking that's like a duo. I could argue LaMelo and Ant could go band for
No,
band with
they're
Austin
they're. I,
Reeves and Luca.
I think they're a better duo than Austin Reeves and Luca. It's just Luca is so great.
I mean, Austin Reeves could probably give you 25 points per game this year.
He gonna have to. He's gonna have to.
He better. Because if he don't, oh man, it's going downhill. Could you potentially see Luca leaving though if Rob Pelinka don't get his shit together?
No, Luca doesn't give me a type where he like just leaves and goes to other teams. I think that if he was frustrated with what Rob Pelinka was doing, he would go to the owners and he would tell them, and Rob Pelinka would get fired, and they'll get a new GM in there. But I don't see Luca leaving.
I could because he didn't ask to be there. He didn't want to go to LA. He wanted to stay in Dallas his whole career. No one told he didn't. It's not like, hey, I want to get I request a trade from Dallas. I want to potentially go to say Lakers, Celtics, Miami. He didn't do that. They just sent him to LA. He did
I
not ask
mean,
to be there.
but Luca's one of them guys where he's a smart guy. He sees what the market. I mean, granted, Luca is bigger than the program himself, but he sees what LA does for his brand. So I don't think he would.
And if they ain't getting it together and Rob Pelinka is doing the most, bro, he's overpricing for like role players. This is giving me back that 20, what's that year with the Timothy Mozgov, the Luol Deng
Oh
vibes.
yeah, when they overpaid for him, yeah.
It's given, it's somewhat to a degree. I think even though all these players are better than them guys, it's kind of giving me those vibes. Because I don't believe you had to give up all that for Walker Kessler. And I think he's a good big man.
I think they banking on his potential though. That's it has to be there. That's the only way I can see you pay him that much.
And I think they had to because what other good big was out there? Obviously Jaylen Durant and Walker Kessler, but it's like there
You
was no
had
other big.
Mitch, you had
I
Robert
couldn't do it, bro.
Williams. I felt like they could have
I
won a
can't do it.
cheaper option for sure.
I can't do Mitchell Robinson. We gonna talk about obviously Celtics getting him behind, but he's too injury prone for me. And then can Mitchell Robinson for real though? Can he play 30 minutes? Can he at least play 30 minutes a game? I don't think so.
I was gonna say about 25. I don't know about
I don't
30
even
though.
know
I
about. I
think
don't
he can
even
give
know
you
about
25.
25. I don't think he probably could be a 20-minute per player. I don't know. And then the thing is with the free throws, I don't know if you could do that. Like that's hard, bro. That's hard for a guy that really no offensive game whatsoever. He's basically just a lobster. He's a great rebounder.
He's a
He
great
gets injured.
shot blocker. He's
Yes,
a good
yeah,
shot
that's
blocker.
true. Yes, and he gets injured all the time. I don't know if I wanted him as my starting center. I damn near probably would have said I would have just kept Aiden center. No cap. And I think Aiden don't fit this team whatsoever. But Rob Pelinka got to fix that bench because your bench players are basically Jake LaRavia.
Bronny,
If he
Colin,
gets minutes,
Aiden.
Colin, Aiden, that's three right there. That's basically your three contributors. I think Jared Vanderbilt gets no tick. He sucks. Dalton Connect, you said it yesterday. They just messed up his whole psyche.
Yeah, bro. They did that
So,
man bogus.
he
After the
was in
year
the G
he had in
League this
Tennessee,
year. That's how bad it
after the
was.
year he had in Tennessee, bro, he was supposed to come out and I wouldn't say be that guy, but he was supposed to come out and play a role for that team. And then that trade messed him all up.
I blame Rob. He didn't have to do it. But now though, this Lakers team, if I had to guess off rip right now, I think they're probably like a 6 seed in the Western Conference. I can't see
Yeah,
them
that's
as a
bad.
4th seed. Oh, you think
That's
they could be a
bad.
play-in?
I think they like a. I mean, six is ceiling, but I think they like at floor like a 7th seed.
For wow, the floor. So what's the ceiling? What
Six,
could their ceiling be?
6.
That's it. That's the ceiling.
Yeah, I
The
don't think they
ceiling
go
is
higher than that,
6, and
dog.
the floor is
I
playing.
don't think they. I don't think they go higher than that, dog.
What if LeBron was on this team? What if LeBron was on this team
I mean, LeBron could, well, no, he said he wasn't coming back, but I was gonna say if he potentially want to come back, I like them a little bit better then.
LeBron's hilarious. He literally
Because they not
used
better than the Thunder, they not better than the Spurs, they not better than the Nuggets.
nope.
They not. I think they on the same par as the T Wolves. I don't think they're better than. Are they better than the Rockets? Are
Yeah.
they better than the Blazers?
Yes, I think so.
And they only think the Warriors. Are they better than the Warriors?
If they don't get LeBron, yes.
So
So I think honestly, ceiling fourth seed, floor six seed. I think this team is. If I'm a Lakers fan, I'm looking like, okay, you use LeBron's money to get all these players, but is this a championship team? Like we have a great player, probably one of the greatest offensive players ever in his prime. We basically can't mess this up. Like you got to do everything possible, but you just gave away all your draft capital. Apparently, they don't have a first round pick until 2034. So
I ain't gonna lie. If this doesn't work, I'm looking to flip Austin Reeves. After
what
the
in 2
season.
years or like after this year or something?
After this year, I want to see what it looks like with what Austin Reeves and Luca could do. And I'm praying that Austin Reeves has a okay season. But if we don't go as far as I think we can go, I'm flipping Austin Reeves and trying to get something else.
Man, I was about to say who wants to trade for Austin Reeves making 40 something million, but then I just saw Jaylen Brown get flipped for Paul George. So you just never know. All right, let's move on. Yesterday, we had probably one of the craziest trades in NBA history. The Boston Celtics have agreed to trade Jaylen Brown to the Philadelphia 76ers for Paul George, 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. The picks are a 2028 first-round pick that could convert from a first to a swap that is more favorable to Boston, a 2031 unprotected Philly first, a 2028 second-round pick most favorable Golden State, OKC, and Milwaukee, and a 2030 second most favorable Washington, Portland, and Phoenix. Long story short, they basically just got one pick. They basically got Paul George and 1 first-round pick. So I do want to ask you, what was your thoughts on Jaylen Brown getting traded to the Philadelphia 76ers for Paul George?
For Philly, I thought that was a good deal for Philly to get JB, Eastern Conference MVP, Finals MVP. A guy coming off a great season. I thought that was good for them, but for Boston, I did not understand why you would do that. You go get, like Francisco said, prescription P. You go get him a guy who's older than Jaylen Brown, a guy who's a shell of himself. Um, and then you give up a guy like I said that Jaylen Brown who was a Finals MVP who's coming off a stellar season, willing your team to the second seed. And I know you got rid of him because of what he's been saying and basically talking out the side of his mouth and speaking how he feels. But at the same time, you did not nearly get what you deserve back for him. And I know part of that is because of how he speaks online. So I feel like most teams were kind of weary of that. But at the same time, if you couldn't get something better than Paul George, I'm not letting him go, dog. We gonna have to rekindle our relationship. We gonna have to talk about it like grown men and let bygones be bygones. Because at the end of the day, bro, trading for Paul George was OD. I mean, yeah, you probably you get some money off your books because you traded him, but that still ain't it. You could have got better than that, dog.
Did they really get money off their books? Paul George still making like 50 something million dollars. And then I think he has
How
a
much?
player option for 61. He's
How
going
much
to
is
accept
I
that.
think Jalen Brown. I think Jalen Brown's making more though. So you shave some money off.
If anything, you basically save an extra year of 50 million. But he's still making a lot of money to be injured and not produce nowhere near Jaylen Brown is. I, I just
Yeah, Jalen Brown making 57 next year. paying 59. So
And then the last year, what is it, 60 something?
69 is 57 next year, 61 and 27, 28, and 65 and 28,
Fifth
29.
third
So
year. And
yeah.
Paul
So
George is
you so
making
you
this year
shade off
57 and 56 player option next in 27, 28.
so you shade off some money.
I'd rather deal with that than deal with Paul George. Bro. This
Man,
trade
just
was
tell him
stupid.
to take some PEDs, get suspended for 25 games, and come out hooping like he did last time. He'll be all right. Y'all will be all
You
right.
know what's funny? He did play good in the playoffs against the Celtics, but then in the Knicks he didn't do anything. This trade was bad. This was bad. Bro. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to you, Trill. This is a Trail trade. This is a trade where you're just doing it just to do it. You did not have to do this. You truly did not have to make this trade, bro. Look, I know it's been a lot of stuff coming out about him not being the best player on the team. I don't know what the hell people telling me. I don't care what you analytics people tell me. There's no way you're going to tell me Derek White was better than him last year. There's no way you're going to tell me that.
Yeah, I seen Brian Rumhorst said that Derek White, bro, Derek White played terrible. Offensively, he played terrible last year.
There's no way you're going to tell me that. I don't like, bro, Jaylen Brown is technically a superstar. Like you said yesterday, no one had this team even in even the playoffs, period. They had them at a play-in. I didn't either. I thought they would be like a 42 win team. This man had them get 56 wins. And you telling me y'all think Derek White was better than him? This man was a finalist, was a top 5, top 6 finalist for MVP. Was a second team All-NBA. And you telling me analytically Derek White better? Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. Like, we're not doing that. Some quotes that came out. The Celtics front office determined that acquiring valuable assets along with a 9-time All-Star Paul George offered the franchise's best path forward. That's BS. I don't want to hear that. What's that other stuff I saw about him, man? Jaylen Brown rubbed some people in Boston the wrong way with his twist strings, his push to view as Jason Tatum's equal, and his claim that last season was his best. Look, bro.
Was he lying though?
What? That has been
was last year? Yeah, last year.
I don't think he was wrong.
Yeah, last year was legit his best season.
I don't think he was wrong. I truly don't. And then apparently, he now some reports that came out and said they didn't want to pay him that. He could have got a 2-year extension this month. And they didn't want to pay it to him. I think it was 2 years, 145. That's like 70 a year.
Yeah, they
didn't want to do that.
Hell,
they didn't want to do that.
They still gonna extend Jason Tatum too. So trying to have both of them on your books, man.
Of course. So, but the trade itself, I think it's a stupid trade. There's no way I'm trading a player. First of all, that's healthier, younger, and better for somebody who stays hurt, who's older, and nowhere near better than him. I don't know why they did that, bro. There's no way. You're telling me Hugo Gonzalez is the reason why you have Paul George? Because you didn't want to give up Hugo Gonzalez for Giannis? Stop it, bro. Brad Stevens, I actually think you're a top 5 GM in the game. But goddamn, you gotta hold this L, bro. You just gotta go home and just say, I fucked up. You just got to. There's no way. Because you could have had Giannis Antetokounmpo, but Hugo Gonzalez and Baylor Shireman is like, I don't know. Now, if they would have asked for Derek White, that's a different story. I would have said, I don't know. But Baylor Shireman and Hugo Gonzalez, mind you, Hugo Gonzalez, that's a lottery pick. The fact that you was hesitant on Hugo Gonzalez is crazy. Brad Stevens, come on, brother. You better than this. You're better than this, bro. You are better than this. I think the Celtics, as of right now, They're not a contender. They're not championship contender. And I
Where
get
they
it.
where they fit at in the East?
Man, it's funny because last year we just said that we thought the Celtics with Jaylen Brown be but then anything can happen. But I can only go off what I see right now, as I see, and anything could change by April. They are probably like the sixth best team in the East.
Oh, you still get on top six.
That's the ceiling. The Sixers have definitely passed you only if Joel Embiid stays healthy. The Knicks are better than you. The Pistons
The
probably are
Raptors.
better. The Raptors are way better than you guys. Way better. I think the Pacers are better. You could probably make the argument. Orlando might be better. You
Oh,
could make the argument. You could make the argument. I honestly think Orlando might have a better team than the Celtics. Jason Tatum is still the best player out of everybody, but team. Oh, I forgot about the Cavs. The Cavs are better. I think this just was a bad move by them. I think they should have just kept Jaylen Brown. And just the fact that he's outspoken, I feel like that shouldn't matter. Like, y'all make it seem like this man said something like super, super duper terrible or something. I think he wanted to stay in Boston. Y'all just was like, man, we just gotta get rid of him, man. We just gotta get rid of him. You broke up really like a historic duo, really.
I
Like
mean,
you
and then
really did that.
some people probably been rubbed the wrong way with his he's an activist. So some people probably will rub with rub that rubbed them the wrong way. He's I wouldn't say he's political, but he talks about his political stance. That could have rubbed certain people the wrong way because at the end of the day, when they see athletes, bro, they don't want. Remember when he came into the draft, they said he was too smart for the NBA. They don't like to see athletes who are outspoken, who have a good head on their shoulders, who's knowledgeable, who could speak on a vast amount of topics. They don't like that at all because they just want you. Well, I forgot the lady that said it, but that told LeBron to shut up and dribble. That's all they want them to do, bro. They don't want them to do nothing more, nothing less.
Did you see that crazy quote that anonymous GM said?
Nah.
So anonymous NBA executive and scout believes Jaylen Brown has a disease where he thinks he's the smartest person in the room. Per Colin Coward, I had two NBA sources, two people in the league, one an executive, one a scout, say that Jaylen Brown it's a disease. He suddenly thinks he's the smartest guy in every room he's in. You make a lot of money. Suddenly you're absolutely sure you don't want to listen to your bosses. You don't want to listen to your consultants. You don't want to listen to your teammates.
Hold on, though.
That's just
First
not
off,
it. That's not it.
don't
Stop
don't
it.
don't quote me on this, but bro had damn near like a 3.9, 4.0 GPA coming out of high school, and he was gonna go to college to be like an engineer or something like that. So how isn't he smart? Like if like that's like what? And just because you're my boss, that doesn't mean that you're smarter than me. What the hell?
And shout out to Ashley Nicole Moss. She quoted this, and I think this is a good answer. Calling intelligence a disease is one of the most insane things I ever read. So you don't like that the man's intelligent?
The hell?
And you're calling it a disease. We gotta stop, bro.
What has our world come to?
We gotta stop, bro. Just because some people think differently, talk differently, that don't make it a disease. Just a very intelligent man, and basically what he says, y'all just don't like it. And if you don't like what he says, don't say anything. Just keep your mouth shut. Let it be. Antonio Benson, 582. What up? Then you have an extended career, nothing more. So, where do you rank the Celtics though in the East after this trade?
I mean, last year we said they wouldn't even whatchamacallit, they wouldn't even make the playoffs. But I put them I put them like 7, maybe 8. Because like you said, the Pistons, the Pistons, the Knicks are better than them. The Cavs, the Raptors. What's that? That's four right there. The Sixers, that's five. I would low key say the Heat might be better than
I forgot about the
at
Heat.
six. At six, and then your Pacers. I forgot about your Pacers. Your Pacers are gonna be really good. Granted, if Tyrese comes back how Tyrese is supposed to be, your Pacers are gonna be good. So like 7, 8. Shit, if we being honest, the Wizards. I think the Wizards look better than them if they could put everything together. So they potentially might be a 7, 8, or even ninth best team in the East.
It says the Celtics are banking on Peyton Pritchard making a
To be
Jalen
Jalen
Brunson type
Brunson.
leap.
Yeah.
Per Tom Haberstroh, the Celtics trade Jaylen Brown as a bet that Peyton Pritchard is their in-house version of New York Knicks guard Jalen Brunson, a diminutive player who didn't fully show his talents until Luka Doncic was out of the picture. But the thing is, Jason
Still got
Tatum
Jason
wasn't
Tatum.
there, and he was a good player. Still, he actually played pretty good last year with Jason Tatum, but he wasn't there, and he was still just good. He wasn't like great though. He was still a
Yeah.
good player. So, but Jason Tatum is expected to come back. So, it's technically gonna kind of be the same, just Paul George instead of Jaylen Brown. So, I don't get that. And I think Peyton Pritchard's a good player. But come on, like Jalen Brunson is like he's different. He's a different guy. So what's your thoughts on what's your thoughts on the Sixers side though? Like how do we like this? Where do we put the Sixers in the Eastern Conference with this big four technically?
Like I said earlier, I like it for the Sixers. You get the Finals MVP, a former Finals MVP, an Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I like it for them a lot. And then you give them somebody that VJ can learn under. And then you give them another good two-way player, a great two-way player. And then if Joel Embiid is healthy, you got a guy that can close outside of Joel Embiid and Jaylen Brown. So I like it. The only thing that I'm kind of weary of is the shot attempts. Who like one is going to stunt VJ's growth because um he's not going to be able to take as many shots as he did last year because Paul George was willingly passing up the ball last year. Um, so now VJ is going to take less shots because there's a lot of guys that need shots. Joel Embiid definitely need his shots. Maxey needs his shots, and then Jaylen Brown needs his shots. And then on top of that, I wonder how they're going to do the hierarchy. I know Joel Embiid is really great, but he's injury prone. So how is Jaylen Brown gonna be the third option? Is he gonna be the second option? Is Nick Nurse gonna look at him to be the first option since Joel Embiid's hardly ever there? So I'm just curious to see how they're gonna one gel as a team, then how the shot attempts are gonna go.
This is it's been about 12 hours now. So now it's like, okay, Jaylen Brown's on there now. I was thinking like, okay, whose team is it technically? And what play style are they gonna play? Because when Joel
Hold on before you go
go
before
go
you go.
go
My
ahead,
bad, G.
go ahead, go
Does
ahead.
this make Joel Embiid expendable? Because they was already talking about trading him, but now you got Jaylen Brown. Does this make him more expendable now?
I don't think so because I don't think no one's trading for that terrible ass contract.
Mm.
But I was thinking, what play style are the Sixers gonna play? Because when Joel Embiid's there, they kind of play at a slower type pace, and a half court is more here. Give Joel Embiid the ball. Usually, some pick and roll dribble handoffs with Maxi. But then when Joel Embiid's not there, they kind of play more of a fast tempo type offense. How are you gonna play now if Joel Embiid, Jaylen Brown, because Jaylen Brown is used to, obviously he did have, I think they said he attempted the second most shots in the NBA behind Luka.
Mm.
I doubt he attempts the second most shots in the
Yeah, for
NBA
sure.
next year. So I just want to know what play style they're going to play. Like Tyrese Maxey is more of a get the ball, run up, especially with VJ just at a fast pace. I just want to know how this works.
I
That's my
think, like you
thing.
just said, I think when Joel Embiid is in the game, it's going to be a lot of him and Maxi pick and rolls, dumping it to him in the post, and him and Jaylen Brown pick and rolls. And then when he's out the game, I think it's gonna be they're gonna play more up tempo. So I think it's gonna be exactly like just like you said. When he's not there, or not in the lineup, they playing up tempo. When he is, it's a lot of pick and rolls, feeding him in the post and reacting off of that.
It's if you had to guess, I know this off kind of off the dome. How many points is everybody averaging? If you just had to guess.
Eee. Well, Joel, if Joel Embiid just can't
Yes.
give us a full healthy season,
If he's
I
there.
think he's still going to average around that. Nah, he probably going to average around like 26, 27. Jaylen Brown, I can see him averaging around that 23, 24. And then Maxi, the same thing, like 23, 24, 25. I think all them three is going to be in the mid to upper 20s for sure.
That's the
Is VJ
offense.
going to be Yeah, VJ gonna be the odd man now, bro. He's literally gonna have to be a 3-and-D. Sit in the corner, shoot threes, and play defense, dog.
I don't think that's his game.
It's not. That's why I said his development is stunted now that Jaylen Brown's there.
But would you have made that same move though? It's like if
Oh
you're thinking
yes,
like
yes,
you
yes.
know we
Because
got
one,
VJ.
VJ is young. He's young, so he can, he can still develop. And then on top of that, Jaylen Brown has about 2 years left on this. Well, if you count next year, 3 years left on this contract.
Yeah.
So I mean, we decide to keep him all 3 years. He can learn under VJ can learn under him, and he can still develop. And once he leaves, VJ can, he can be given more offensively. But yeah, I would have made that same move because you in win now mode. We don't know how long Joel Embiid got left. So while we got him, let's try to win now. So I would have did the same thing though.
It's definitely championship or bust. Like you have to go
Hmm.
to the finals. There ain't no more this second round BS. No, 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 no. You have to basically make the finals. And you damn near gotta win. Joel Embiid contract, bro. He's gonna get paid 57 next year. This year, 62. Then he has a 67 million player option. He's going to be 34 when that happens. I just don't see you're basically committing a lot of money to basically three guys, which kind of already was when Paul George was there. But now they have to solidify this bench now. Like I know you signed Dean Wade, but man, that bench, ugh, that bench sucks. No cap, that bench is
Because
bad.
all they got coming off their bench is the rookie love, the rookie that they drafted. I can't remember his LaFerrin, something like that.
Oh yeah, they do got LeBaron.
LeBaron, yeah, LeBaron. They got him. Uh, Damn, who else do they got? Still got Justin Edwards. Who?
Dominic Barlow, I guess.
Yeah, Barlow was good. I like Barlow. Barlow is solid. I like him.
Janai Broom.
Yeah, he didn't play last year. Yeah, who else they on? Let me go to their roster real quick.
That bench is not. It's not good. It's not good, bro. It's not a good.
They got bro from the Knicks. That big from the Knicks.
No, I don't know. I know who you're talking about.
Ariel.
I know who you're talking about, bro. Who barely played. I know who you're talking about. But they say he has potential. You know, it gives them insurance. First, they need to find a backup mid.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry.
I think he retired. I think he's done.
They got Bona.
He fouled too much for me, bro. He fouls too much. Like you overly be fouling.
Jabari Walker. Is he still on there?
I'm not gonna lie. This bench
Yeah,
ain't it.
no, that bench is not it though. Long story
It's
short,
not
that bench not it.
It's not it. And also, I do want to ask you this question. Says Walter White 1206. Bron is the missing piece for the Sixers. Should LeBron James consider going to the Philadelphia 76ers? Give me the four. You got Tyrese, VJ, Jaylen Brown, LeBron, and Joel Embiid.
I don't know. I don't know. Theoretically, it could work because LeBron James, he's a pass first. So he can get all those guys involved as far as VJ, Tyrese, Jaylen Brown, Joel, and his IQ is so high that it can work. But I don't know if I would want to see that. I don't know. Like you know how like you got too much talent on the court. I think that'd be
Mhm.
too much talent on the court.
But we can definitely. If I'm LeBron, I think about it though because I can literally reserve my energy for playoffs, bro. I'm low key technically the fourth option on the team.
Yeah,
I'm literally the
yeah.
fourth option.
I don't think he averages 20 though. I don't think it's gonna be four guys on that team
For
averaging
sure,
20.
giving you 10 assists. I know that for sure.
No, no, yeah, for sure. He might average a triple double.
10,
To be
10, and
honest
10.
with you, yeah. Well, he probably get like 15, 16.
So I think about it. And then you still in the East too. Your path to the finals is way easier.
Well, I don't know, man. The East got a little deep, man.
Now the East got way better, but I'd rather be in the East than be in that Western Conference where I got to deal with an alien dude and probably one of the best
OKC.
guards. Yes, Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to deal? Would I rather deal with those three, or would I rather deal with the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, and honestly, whoever else you think is second
Kawhi,
behind them, and
Kawhi, and them
Kawhi?
boys, and then you still got Giannis and them.
Eh, yeah, true that. If I'm LeBron James, I think about it. I definitely think about it. Do I think he goes there? Nah, I don't think he goes there.
I wonder when he gonna make his decision, dog. You got
He said
everybody anticipating.
he gonna take his time. He said he gonna
I
take
know
his
he
time.
gonna do it. I think he gonna do it well before training camp for sure, for sure.
Do you think he
I think
knows
he
where he wants to go though?
yes, I
You
think
think
he
he
knows where
knows?
he wants to go. I think he's just waiting to see what all the rest of the teams do. And then, like, say if a different team makes a better move or a big splash or something like that, then he'll recalibrate and see what team he really want to go to. But I think he knows what team he wants to go to for sure.
Yeah, I know it's
LeBron's a
hard.
very calculated guy. He's thought about this.
Yeah, I know they're saying because what was it? He basically said, "Hey, just just tell every team, hey, I'm available. Do you want me for like a year or
Hmm.
two?" And he hasn't made a decision. He doesn't know if he wants to. Basically, like Brian Windhorst said, he still doesn't even know if he wants to retire this
Man,
next
after the
season.
report I seen of him talking about he gonna document this upcoming season, it's looking like this might be his last season.
Who knows? Man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. You spoke of Kawhi. The Los Angeles Clippers are sending Kawhi Leonard to the Toronto Raptors for Brandon Ingram and Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, 1 pick swap, and 2 second-round picks. The Clippers will receive an unprotected first-round pick in 2031 and 2033, and a 2030, 2033 second-round picks, and a 2027 first-round swap. So, what's your thoughts on Kawhi Leonard going back to Toronto, the six?
I like it. He was praised. He was like even Fred Van Vliet said it. He was like a god over there. Like they was ready to get him the entire country, and I think he knew that. And well, of course he knew that, but I think he saw that his path with LA it was over with. So let me go back to a place where they worship me like a god, which was Toronto. And then on top of that, Toronto has built their team up since then. With having Scotty and RJ, and Colin Murray Bulls, and then Emmanuel Quickly, and then even their bench guys and then the rookies that they draft, they got a lot of 6'8" pause long guys over there. So it's like, defensively they're gonna be really good. And then you add Kawhi, who's one of the best closers we've seen. Um, I think he knew that he has a really good chance to make it far with this team. And then having Scotty Barnes and RJ, watch him and watch his work ethic. They can get better. So I like it a lot for them because if we being honest, the Raptors they were supposed to beat the Cavs last year with the Bi playing terrible and no Emmanuel quickly. So now you add Kawhi. They could have potentially went to the ECF. So I like it for them. And then For LA, I'm low key off the Brandon Ingram train, bro. Two bad playoffs in a row. Getting you then you get shut down. Uh, what was it? I think it was the year before that he got shut down by Lou Dort. But I'm off it with Bi, man. Bi was supposed to be looked at as the next KD or this next big superstar, and he has not lived up to the hype at all. But you get a good wing, a solid wing back as the Clippers. I guess you got an okay return. But I really like it for the Raptors though, for sure.
What was I about to say? Is Scotty and Kawhi Leonard the best defensive duo in the NBA?
Nah, I'm still gonna get that to Bam and Giannis.
Mm,
I'm still giving that to Bam and Giannis.
mm.
They probably
I
like
would say
number two
Kawhi
though.
Leonard might be. Well, honestly, I can make the argument Scotty Barnes is probably a better defender than Giannis right now. He actually probably is low key. I could probably make that argument. I was about to see that year when he was on the Pelicans, the first like that first time when they went to the playoffs when they faced the Suns. What did he average in that series in that first round against the Suns? Because we, like you said, he played bad in against the Thunder. He was getting shut down by Lou Dort. Lou Dort was just overly aggressive with him. But I want to know what he did in that playoff series. What year? That was 21. Was that was 21, 22? Oh.
Uh,
Okay, that playoffs he played good. He averaged 27 in that series. He averaged 27, 6 and 6, shot 47 from the field and 40 from the three. That's great.
was never the same again.
But where was this at when you played against OKC and then in Toronto last year? Where was this at? If you give us that, y'all win easily. I think it still goes probably 6 games, maybe 7, but I think there's a better chance you guys win. I'm
And
not
he
gonna
shot
lie. I'll go
efficiently.
ahead.
He done shot 50% from twos and he shot 40% from the three, 83 from the free throw line. So he played really well.
He played great in that series. Then next two was bad. Because what was that?
And
20.
Cleveland don't even have any defenders for real, for real. So it's like, I mean, yeah, you got Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, but as far as wing defenders who's guarding him, they really had nobody. So I don't understand why he played bad. I don't know if it's because of coaching, because I don't think he really liked the coach. But
Oh, right. I can
that
see.
still doesn't that still doesn't give you an excuse to play this bad, dog. And then you only need how many shot attempts did he average? Mm. But shooting 32% from the field is OD, dog.
No cap. I love this. I love this trade.
For
I'm
the
back on the
Raptors.
Toronto trade. I love it. I love this. You basically just Grady Dick was just a throw in. He was just throwing guy.
Mm-hmm.
You basically just traded arguably a top 10 player this past year for Brandon Ingram. Look, right now, I can honestly say the Raptors I can make the argument probably they're the second best team in the East. I could make that argument right now. I think that defense is great. I think you got shot making, you got shooting now. I mean, like Kawhi Leonard's one of the best shot makers in the NBA. Still a really good
Mm-hmm.
defender. You have Scotty Barnes, literally a defensive player of the year candidate. RJ Barrett improved this past year and was great in the playoffs. Emmanuel Quickly is one of the best shooters on the team. I could say they're the second best team in the East right now. I truly believe that. Unless LeBron goes to the Cavs. Now if that happens, different story. But right now, I think they can make the second. I got to give the Knicks they love because they won
They
championship.
better
So
than the
they're
Sixers.
first. They might be no cap. They might be, bro. They might be. Because Kawhi Leonard is a different animal. He is a different animal.
We already seen what he did to Joel Embiid. It's crazy, bro. When he got traded though on ESPN, I think it was on NBA Today, if I'm recalling it right. But they showed Kawhi Leonard's like top 10 career plays. And of course, they showed that his number one was the one against the Sixers when he hit that game winner. Bro, why did they show Joel Embiid crying on the way to the locker room, bro? They did that man so foul.
That's a man that loves the game of basketball. But
Nah,
people
for
kept
sure.
saying,
But you ain't have to do them like that though. We talking about Kawhi Leonard, and you gonna show him having Joel Embiid crying?
I told you, I said, bro, it's crazy how Kawhi Leonard and everybody keeps saying the minute he got traded there, he told all his teammates, I'm not resigning back. No matter what happens. I'm not coming back. Now he does a full 180 and now he's going back to Toronto. And the thing is, he wanted to go back there. He wanted to go back. Who would have thought he wanted to go back there? Now, if he was just traded there, you said what?
That's the last thing I would have thought.
And apparently the Spurs wanted him too, but apparently they didn't want him, but he wanted to go. He wanted to go back.
Could you just imagine him and Wemby? Oh my God! First off,
now would that be the best duo, the best defensive duo in the NBA?
Yes. That's not even a question. My thing is, who would they have given up for him? They would have probably gave up Keldon.
They would have gave up Keldon.
I'm not giving you Castle.
Hell no.
I would have gave you Fox if you asked for him, but you already got Darius Garland, so they probably wouldn't even have asked for him. I'm not giving you Castle for sure.
Can't imagine Darius Garland, De'Aaron Fox backcourt.
No, that's nasty.
I can't even imagine that.
I nasty, just like that John Dame backcourt. That's nasty.
We're gonna talk about that next after the Kawhi. But I truly love this trade. Like I truly like this. I think the Raptors are literally like, I can say they're a title contender right now. Like I think they are. Kawhi Leonard is just a game changer. He changes everything for this basketball team. Like I really love this move. And then the Clippers. I mean, at least the Clippers are realizing, look, we're going to not. I don't think they're rebuilding. I think they're just going to a youth movement. But I wouldn't say they're rebuilding because I don't think when you trade for Brandon Ingram, you're rebuilding. I think with Brandon Ingram, Darius Garland, Keaton Wagler, you probably resign Ben Mathurin. Hopefully, who knows? You're because I think the starters I saw is Darius Garland, Keaton Wagler, Brandon Ingram, Derrick Jones Jr., and Brook Lopez. I mean, that's not a contender. That's nowhere near a contender. That's probably low play-in or probably just not a playoff team. They probably don't even make the playoffs. Wouldn't be shocked. But, I mean, at least they have a direction. I guess they're going to the youth movement. But Brandon Ingram at this point, I'm just saying, like, I think he's just will never be like a raw player in my eyes. I think he's just a good player. That's all I would think of him now. Is just a good player. But he's not ass. He's just a good player. Because I think he has all the talents to be really great. It's just, I don't know. I truly don't know about them. Where would you put the Raptors at in the East after this move?
I'll put them top 3 for sure. I don't know if I would put them 2, but they either at that 2 or 3. Because I really do like the Sixers. I really do think the Sixers can be a top 3 team next year. Of course we got the Knicks in there still. And then them. I think those 3 are the best 3 teams in the East right now, depending on what the Heat still doing, if the Heat still make moves. Yeah, I think they better than the Pistons. Of course they better than the Celtics. So yeah, they probably like a top 3 team for sure.
Ah man, Kawhi Leonard back in the 6 with Drake. Back in the 6 with freaking Drake. Them games gonna be lit. I
Yeah,
texted you when that trade happened. I said Kawhi Leonard probably don't even need to win a ring no more. All he has to do is just stay healthy and play really good. He's the best Raptor ever. He's the best.
shit, he already the best Raptor ever.
Well, some people don't think that because he only played 1 year.
Man,
Some
he
people,
brought them a chip.
some
Who
people
else has
still,
brought them a championship?
no one, no one.
Exactly. He is the best Raptor ever.
People will still say Vince Carter is the best Raptor ever.
No. Did he bring them a ring?
No.
All right then. You
Some
can't be
people
the best
probably say
Raptor ever
Bosh.
and I bring in Lil Bosh. You can't say that and you ain't bring me no ring. Just like the whole Jalen Brunson thing. Jalen Brunson is the best Nick ever. He's the best
But the
Nick ever,
thing,
hands down.
but the thing is, he only just. But at least Brunson has 4 years of Knicks and a championship. Kawhi Leonard just has 1 year, but
Kawhi
he
is
did
ending
win
his
a
career
championship.
though. He's ending his
Oh yeah,
career.
yeah.
And then that makes his case even more better. I came here for 82 games and brought y'all a chip. I'm the best player y'all ever had.
And the thing is, he turned up in that playoffs.
Yeah.
Like he shut down. I know Giannis was younger back then, but Giannis was low key kind of like he wasn't top 10 at that time, but he was like raw. He was shutting Giannis down. He took the assignment like I'm going to clamp Giannis. He did that.
Giannis.
That's a guy. Kawhi Leonard is like Kawhi Leonard will literally be forgotten because he's so quiet. Because once he retires, we'll probably never hear from him ever again. But that's somebody you got to tell, like your son or something, like, bro, Kawhi Leonard was a dog.
He's still gonna be talked about because I feel like NBA heads and basketball heads is gonna continuously bring him up. But like you said, as far as like just the media itself bringing him up, nah, I don't really think so. Because like you said, he's quiet and reserved. So
Let me see. Because he can sign a contract extension. He can sign 2 years, 123 from the Raptors, which they're gonna give him that. They're gonna give him that contract. He deserves it. That's 61 a year. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I think Kawhi Leonard deserves it, man. He a dog, and he back in the East now. Oh man,
he's
it's
35, so that take him what to 30? No, you said two. How many more? How
he
many
has
more years
one
he
more
got
year,
started?
so technically 3 years because he still
38.
has it. Yeah,
He'll be
so
38 then.
he's gonna retire there. Like I think that's be it for him. It'll be GG's. Man, Kawhi Leonard back on the Raptors. Man, who would have thought? Now to your guy. The Memphis Grizzlies are trading two-time NBA All-Star Ja Morant to the Portland Trailblazers for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. What was your thoughts on Ja Morant finally getting traded from the Memphis Grizzlies?
I think it was about time. The writing been on the wall. I didn't like the Portland thing because they got so many guards over there. You got Shaden, you had Scoot, you had Drew, you had Dame. Like it was so many, and then you could even count Denny if you want, because Denny handled the ball a lot. So really, realistically, you got like 4 or 5 guards over there. So I didn't like that he got traded to Portland, and then I don't like the fact that the whole Dame and Ja backcourt. I don't think that's gonna work. I mean, yeah, obviously Dame is gonna play off ball because Ja has to have the ball in his hands because he's not that great of a shooter. But I feel like that takes away from Denny's superpower, and Denny's really great when he has the ball in his hands. And then on top of that, it takes away from Dame because Dame's a great off the dribble shooter. So that's kind of takes away from Dame's superpower as well. I know he's coming off an injury, but still, that still takes away from Dame. So I'm curious to see how it fits. And then on top of that, you got Drew. What are you gonna do with Drew? Then what are you gonna do with Scoot? Then what are you gonna do with Shaden? Like it's a lot of question marks left still on that side. Because and then defensively that backcourt, what if Dame and Ja not gonna be able to guard anything? And then you got Denny. Denny's not that really great of a defender. He can defend, but he's not that great of a defender. The only defenders that you're gonna have in that lineup is Tamari and Klingon. So I'm curious to see if Portland makes some more moves or if they keep all of them together. But I didn't like it. I didn't like it, to be honest with you. I still think Portland. I thought Portland should have went and got JB. If they would have went and got JB and they still had Ja, I think it would have been good. But as far as what it is right now, I don't like it.
Well, this was before the Jaylen Brown trade. The Portland Trailblazers aren't actively pursuing Jaylen Brown and believe Damian Lillard, John Morant, Drew Holiday, and Shea Sharp can coexist, per Jake Fisher.
I don't see it. You can't play all of them at the same time. So how can
Yeah.
they coexist? You can't play them all. You can at most you could probably play 3. At
And what,
most,
Drew Holiday be technically the small forward?
either him or Shaden Sharp.
It was a confusing move because when the trade first happened, I was like, oh wow. But then I kind of forgot about Dame. I was like, Dame is still here. So I was like, damn, you gonna start Ja and Dame? But then it was like, but then I was like, they could potentially trade Drew Holiday, Shea Sharp. Because remember the JB trade, it was gonna be Scoot. No, it was gonna be like Scoot, Shaden, and Drew Holiday and picks for JB. Shit, I would have did that before the Paul George.
I would have did it. Yeah,
I would have did that too. I would have did that too. But Brad Stevens, whatever. They didn't do it. And now you have, like you said, 2 small guards. One of them can't even shoot, really, Ja. Dame is coming off an Achilles tear. How is he going to look? Shaden Sharp basically was injured down year last year. Scoot ended well, but it's still going into year 3. Drew Holiday is older. That's 5 guards. How does all that work? Like that's what, like you said, that's what we got to see. How is that going to work? And now you're thin at your forward position. Really.
Mm-hmm.
Like your forward is only Denny. I don't mind them trading for Ja because you ain't give up nothing for him. We'll see if it works. If it don't work, hey. And then if we got to trade him, hey, if we got to trade him again, hey, oh well, we'll try to trade him. Or we could just keep him. But it's like, we didn't give up no draft picks. All we gave up was Jeremy Grant and basically Chris Murray. So we gave up absolutely nothing.
You know who I'm surprised who didn't go get him? Phoenix.
Who, Ja?
Yeah, I'm surprised Phoenix didn't go get him.
I think for some reason, I think they didn't. They probably just didn't want that headache. And they probably would have had to give up more. Like, we probably say the same thing, but it's like, if you're the Suns, would you rather have Ja Morant, potential headache, whatever, or would you rather have Jalen Green?
Ja. I would have rather had Ja. I would have rather had Ja, Devin Booker, and Dylan Brooks and Miles Bridges and Mark Williams than this experiment with Devin Booker at point guard. Well, it's not even an experiment anymore because they've been doing this. So I would have rather that. I would have rather Ja.
Like I said, you told me a couple of days ago you think Damian Lillard is going to get traded. I don't think so, especially with a no trade clause. I think that's not going to happen. I think Ja stay there. I think the odds man out. I honestly think they keep Shaden. I think they do keep him because I think he has the potential. I think the odd man out is Drew. I think he probably gets traded. And Scoot is just going to
two of them got to get traded. I think 2 of them got to get traded.
Send Scoot to Phoenix.
You can go get what's bro named? I'm blanking on his name.
Who? Who he play for?
The forward from Phoenix. Oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? Why am I blanking on his name?
Iguodala?
Not Iguodala. Nah, not him. Hold on.
The 4. Malawach?
No, they're forward. No, they're forward. Oh my God. Suns roster. Why am I blanking on his name? Because he barely played. Ooh,
Rashad Fleming?
Nah. Ryan Dunn. Ryan Dunn.
I forgot they had him.
Yeah, he's a good defender. He wasn't playing because he couldn't shoot for real. But you can go get him.
He was fake shooting that rookie year though. He was fake shooting.
Yeah, he was. He's a good defender. So, And Portland, they like those 6'8" good defenders. So you can go get him, Scoop. You should give him for Scoop.
Low key, now that I think about it, they did just resign Colin Gillespie and Jordan Goodwin. The Suns.
I wouldn't have resigned Jordan Goodwin. Colin Gillespie, he had a good year, but he's
He
not
had a
going to
really good
start
year.
though.
No,
He's
he's
not
not going
going
to
to
start.
start.
He could be 6-man. That'd be 6-man. It like you said, that backcourt is nasty. I just because I think the starters is going to be Ja, Dame, Denny, Tumani, and Donovan Clingan.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that is basically pick your poison. I think Drew is going to be gone, but it's like at this point, bro, they're just stunning your man Scoot Henderson's growth. They're just stunning it.
I think they gave up on him honestly, because why trade for Ja?
Yeah, there's no reason to trade for Ja if you gave up on Scoot. Like, but they took a chance. I have no problem with them taking a chance on Ja Morant,
especially if you get him for dirt cheap.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I literally have no problem with them trying. It's just like Portland. But apparently he's decided to go there. I don't know what they're gonna do in the West though. I like Mike Nori. I like that he got a job, but man, that contract he got is BS. I don't care what nobody tells me.
Yes, bro, it's year to year.
Basically,
That's terrible. I've never heard of that.
Me either. But the thing is, it's a 1-year deal with team options. So basically, he has to basically coach good. If he coaches bad, the owner can literally say, "No, we're just not gonna bring you back."
You think more teams gonna start doing that?
There might be some teams that might do that. Yeah, because that doesn't happen. Some teams are gonna be like, you know what? Let's give you 1-year trial period. Because you don't even buy a house down here. Don't even buy a house, bro. Just rent out a condo. Just rent out a condo for now. But then the thing is, even if he exceeds expectations, he could just pick that team option up, and then if he does bad again, it's just they could just decline it again. That's why it's like, what coach will go there? And I get it. I think it's only 30 jobs in the NBA. It's coaches rarely get opportunity. And I think he took it because this is his first time being a head coach. So I kind of don't blame him. I just think the contract
it's like an audition. It's like an audition for all the 29 of the teams. So and if he shows that he can coach good, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a head coach vacancy next year. So
it's messed up. But where are we ranking this Portland team now with Ja Morant in the fold?
Low key, I still think they at the same spot that they at.
A play-in?
I still think they're at the same spot that they at.
You think they're better? Well, let's just say they don't. Let's say Warriors don't get LeBron. Are they better than Warriors?
Down I'll give the Warriors the edge, but I feel like they're on the same tier.
They better than Phoenix?
Yeah. Because I don't believe in that Devin Booker at the point. I don't believe in that. I don't think that's going to be successful.
They better than New Utah?
Yeah. They all still young.
You think it's better than Utah now? Wow. Okay. Bro.
You don't think they better than Utah? They just lost Walker Kessler. That means you're going to have Jaren Jackson playing your 5. Then you got a rookie in De'Aaron Peterson. Or Nurkic. But they still young. That means you have to rely on De'Aaron Peterson to be a god.
No, not a god. But I mean, from Utah's perspective, I expect Jaren Jackson to be healthy this year, though. So I expect probably 16, 17 points from him, 5 boards, and great defense. And Keontae George, maybe to not repeat what he did last year, but I would say at least average 20. And Darren Peterson, they might be. They might
They
be
gonna
good.
be like the Suns. I feel like with them not record wise, but as far as competitiveness, I think they're gonna be like how the Suns were last season. They gonna be a really tough out.
They might, man. Portland. Oh man, that's gonna be something we gotta watch. Like this is giving me that Trey Young, DeJounte Murray vibes. We see the trade, and we're like,
Yeah.
ugh,
But
but
the
we got.
difference
But
is that DeJounte could defend. Neither one of them two can defend.
that's true though. It's like we know it don't fit, but let's see how it works. We saw how it
Hmm.
worked. That shit didn't really. Who's who's the guy? Is it Ja?
No, it's still Dame.
I asked you that the other day. You said it was Ja. I thought you said it was Ja.
No, I never said that.
I
I
thought you
said
said Ja.
Ja's gonna have the ball in his hands, but Dame's still the guy.
I still think Dame gonna do sidestep threes.
Dame
But
gonna have a lot of catch and shoot threes for sure.
it's gonna be nasty seeing Dame throw that oop to Jado. But yeah, but I think you right on. I think you hit the head on one thing though. What does Denny do now? Like what does he do? Like because he was great with the ball in his hands and one of downhill type player at initiating contact. What does he do? Like I don't know. Like what does he do now? Because no one else was really on that team like ball dominant. I think Dame is ball dominant, but not ball dominant. But Ja is ball dominant. So how is Denny Avdia, who was arguably a most improved candidate, like what is his role now going to be on this team? Like that's gonna be interesting. Oh man, the guy is Denny Santos
You would
Lopez.
you would think
Well,
so, but with this acquisition of Ja, I don't know. Because Denny was the guy last year because he had the ball in his hands, so we got to see how effective he was. But now the ball is not gonna be at Denny hands anymore. Like I think Denny had a really high usage rate last year.
yes, he definitely his usage rate was
That's
definitely.
going down drastically.
Where do we rank in the hierarchy though? Is Denny third?
Yeah. No, he might be two. I mean, even though Ja gonna have the ball in his hands a lot, I still think if I'm the coach, I'm still trying to make sure that Denny gets involved for sure. But
Ja is wash. I wouldn't say Ja's wash. I wouldn't say Ja is wash. I just think off the court injuries have just held him back.
man, he hasn't really gotten better. If we being honest, he still looks the same as he did his first second year.
Yes, he hasn't really gotten better, bro. Like John Morant was supposed to be face of the league. Like he's supposed to be kind of where Anthony Edwards is, and he took he took a
A
super
deep
duper
dive.
left. Yeah,
Mhm.
if he could just be a decent shooter, I think he's a good passer. Obviously, he can get downhill, but if he could just shoot decently, it changes everything. It changes everything for him, but he just hasn't been good as a shooter. He truly hasn't. I've been waiting for this one. Free agent John Collins has agreed to a 3-year, $51 million deal to sign with the Detroit Pistons. Sources tell ESPN, front court edition, and a new live threat for Kay Cunningham. Obviously, that shows us that Tobias Harris leaves the Detroit Pistons and is going to the San Antonio Spurs on a 2-year, $31 million contract. And is Harris exits the Pistons after helping lead a franchise turnaround and now joins a young contending team in the Western Conference. So what's your thoughts on your Detroit Pistons signing
And
John
dog, they
Collins?
failed me. My Detroit Pistons failed me, dog. Y'all had a chance to go get Norman Powell. I thought Norman Powell would have been a great pickup. And then it was talks about Tyler Hero. They didn't even make a move on that. I mean, they still can, but they didn't even make a move on that. Um, so and then now we have to settle with John motherfucking Collins, dog. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if you look at it, like, if you look at him and Tobias numbers, they're damn near the same. Like, they both averaged 13 and 5 last year on 27 minutes. So it's like they numbers are really damn near the same. Besides, only thing difference is John Collins shot better from the three. He shot 40, and Tobias shot 36. Um, so it's like, it's not a bad move, but I definitely thought we could have did better. If we would have really got Norman Powell, I would have been ecstatic. I would have been really good, but settling with John Collins, dog, like that's not gonna move the needle, dog. What is he gonna do for us? Does he gonna do the same thing Tobias did, if not a little bit more? Probably get one or two extra rebounds, dog. Other than that, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in my Pistons for sure.
I mean, you guys do have Isaiah Joe.
Dog, that was our best pickup. That was our best pickup.
Well, John Collins is the best pickup.
No, Isaiah Joe was our best pickup. And then on top of that, we got Duncan Robinson still. We still got Kevin Herter. So where's we gonna find tick for him? And then we still got Ron Holland that needs to play. Unless he's gonna be the odd man out. And then we still got the rookie that we just drafted, Ibuka. So, and then you still got Dennis Jenkins. So it's like, where are you gonna find minutes for these guys? You can't play full guards off the bench.
Real quick. Well, then I'll say my thing. Giannis Antetokounmpo was ready to sign off on a trade to Boston, but the Celtics refused to give him the 3-year max extension he wanted, and were only willing to offer 2 years. I don't know. I don't know what Brass is. For Giannis, I would have did it. It's Giannis. Come on now, brother. And then Chris Haynes, sources. New York Knicks have tried furiously to trade for New Orleans Pelicans center Yves Missi after losing Mr. Rossman, but offers have been rejected multiple times. Pelicans view Missi as a vital core figure, and the message is that he's unavailable. Get your man Joe Dumars. Get him. Get him, bro. Please get him, bro. Please. Get your mans, bro. Please get your mans, bro. You're telling me Yves Missi is unavailable? Stop it, bro.
They probably ain't even gonna get that. They probably them trade offers was probably boo boo.
It's Yves Missi, bro. What do you expect? Come on, bro. Forget Joe Dumars. He's a terrible GM. You know, I was low-key shocked that I saw John Collins to the Pistons. I was very shocked. I said Tobias Harris is most likely gone. But, like in this message, it gives Cade another lob threat. It gives him another lob. And it's John Collins. Who's the better three-point shooter, him or Tobias?
John Collins, probably.
All right, then. So.
Nah, man, that still ain't it. We needed another dynamic scorer, dog. We don't need a guy that's just gonna give us 13 points again, dog. We need somebody that's gonna give us a 20 ball.
So if you're K, you're looking like, wow.
What the hell is going on over here? That's what I'm looking like. You let the Chicago Bulls go get Norman Powell, and y'all could have went and got him, dog.
We're gonna talk about that too. And just like Santos Lopez said, and Durant is gone, shaking my head. He ain't gone, but
nah, he not gone. They said they matching anything.
They better. So. They better. If somehow y'all lose him, bye-bye. That means you as the Pistons fan are gonna watch Cade and John Collins.
I'm not watching nothing.
You love Cade though. You're gonna watch.
I will support from the box score, man. I'm not watching nothing.
Not the box score. But you love Cade. Cade is literally one of your favorite players.
Bro, they could have gave. Hold on, how much money did they give Kevin Herter, bro?
What was that? Oh yeah, forgot about him. Yeah, y'all signed him. What was it? 3 years, 27?
Bro, they could have gave. And how much did they give?
John Collins.
Who else this? Who else? Yeah, who else they signed? John
Collins. Bro, 3 for 51. That's 17.
Bro, you could have gave that for Norman Powell, bro. He got 22 a year from the Bulls. You could have gave that to Norman Powell, dog. You legit could have gave that to Norman Powell, and then it would have been Cade, Norman, Asor, Duran, and whoever else you want.
Duncan Robinson?
No, I'm not starting Duncan. I ain't starting Duncan. But and whoever else you want to put at your fault, dog.
Bruh.
That would have been better than damn Cade, John Collins, Duran, Asur, and Duncan at the two.
This is actually funny.
You
Because
basically telling Cade, to do the same thing he did last year, dog. That shit not gonna work.
or maybe the Pistons actually believe in John Collins that he can replicate what he did in Atlanta. He was a good player in Atlanta.
Bro, the highest he averaged in Atlanta was he
was
averaged
20.
21 his third year.
Oh, damn,
No,
I
he
thought
averaged
it was.
21 his third year.
See
He averaged
that?
21 his third year. Bro, that was in 41 games. He ain't doing that again.
What if he does?
He averaged 19. He averaged 19 in Utah. But that was only in 40 games. His next highest was 19 in Atlanta. And then it was 17 in Atlanta. Those are other highs. But bro, I don't think John Collins is that player anymore. Unless prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. Please. Because we need that offensive firepower. But I'm disappointed in my Pistons, dog. They let me down. You guys had one job. Go get K a 20-point per game score. You had the opportunity and you blew it.
They can still get Tyler, like you said. They could do it. I don't know what
Who
they're
they
gonna
gonna
do.
give up? Who they gonna give up? Only pieces I would really want is
I think it's Ron Holland. I think Ron Holland will have to be in the trade. But
That's
then
the
you gotta
only
make the
piece.
money work.
That's the only piece I would want is Ron Holland. Unless since you just signed Kevin Hurley, you throw him in there or throw Duncan in there. But then you lose shooting.
But Tyler Hero is a shooter.
I mean, but they need more shooting than just him. Didn't Jenkins just sign like did he sign? He just
He
signed a
sounded like a
contract
little 2-year deal from having a good year this past year. Yeah. So he's your backup point. But I can't
we
count
gotta
on
go get Tyler, though.
I don't think Jennings Jenkins is like I can't count on him to be the second guy though. I think he's decent. I just can't count on him to be the second
But we
guy.
can count on John Collins. You can count on John Collins. I'll never trust that man again. After he didn't give me that one rebound, I will never trust him again. Never again, dog.
Because working for a lot of money.
Yeah, bro, for 10K. It's for 10K, bro.
You still think about that to this day?
To this day, bro, that man needed 11 rebounds. He had 10 going into he was in the third. He played the first half of the third, and he had either like 9 or 10. I think he had 9. And then he got subbed out mid-third quarter, but somebody got in foul trouble, which forced him to come back in at the end of the third, G. And he did not get a rebound from the end of the third and the entire fourth quarter, dog. I was pissed, G. I was so hot. Bro, he had like 6 or 7 at halftime. I said, oh, this shit cashing. I got my money for sure. Boy, they need to investigate that nigga. That's what they need to investigate next.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
But yeah, my Pistons did K the disservice, dog. Unless you go get Tyler, y'all did my man's a disservice.
Oh man. I think that's like if I'm Cade, I'm looking at like, okay, hey Cade, we signed John Collins. It's like
the hell does that do?
Our problem wasn't like the forward, it was just another consistent second scorer. Like that doomed us in the playoffs. If somebody else was consistent, we win against the Cavs. Mind you, and if I'm Cade, I'm like, we won 3 games with boo-boo offense low-key. If I just have somebody that's second, say, like you said, Norman Powell, we probably win. We probably go to the conference finals, have a chance to go to the finals. But we couldn't get that opportunity because you guys decided at the trade deadline to not make a move.
Make any moves, which was dumb.
But remember, I asked you, I was like, remember JB Biggerstaff, he was like, this team deserves to run it back.
No, the hell they didn't.
That's
OKC
what he
said the
said.
same thing, and look at their ass.
They lost in 7. It's funny because so you crash out. It's hilarious. I hope because Norman Powell definitely would have helped. Norman Powell is a bucket 20-point per game scorer. They definitely, oh man, they could have used him like that. It's like it's not like you look at him like, oh man, that's a great player, but man, that guy he could change a lot, and
He's highly underrated.
we could put them back in like conference finals, low key championship in the Eastern Conference. But now you guys got to worry about bringing back Jaylen Durant, even though, like you said, they're gonna match everything, but who knows? Like, I don't know. I mean, that's a good big three though. Jaylen Durant, John Collins, and
Man,
KD.
fuck out of here.
Good big three, man. Great big three, actually.
Fuck out of here.
So if it stays like this, with Duran, where is your Pistons at?
I still think I still think they a top 6 seed, dog, but they not 1, 2, or 3, or maybe even 4. They close to that 5, 6, maybe 6.
Damn, we go from first to 6.
Yeah,
Damn, that's bad. Jesus
terrible.
Christ. Wow. Okay, man. Your Pistons, man.
Only way this gonna work, Asor gotta give us 13 to 15 next year. He gotta give us 13 to 15, dog.
Man, look, man, whatever. All right, maybe some still big moves. What's your thoughts on Tobias Harris going to the Spurs? You like that move?
Not really, because I don't think they needed him. I didn't see no purpose of him going there. I'm indifferent about it. Like, it's not bad, but I don't think it's good either. So
They needed size though. Like that doomed them.
I mean, yes, Tobias 6'8", 6'9". So
That doomed them in the playoffs. Like
is he
size.
starting?
You know, that's the thing though. I don't know. I honestly I don't know. 15 million come off the bench. It's like, I don't know. Cause I think it will either keep Champagnie in the starting lineup, great shooter, or you put Tobias Harris in the starting lineup and he gives you shooting and size. He's bigger than Champagnie though. So I don't know. For some reason though, I do think they keep him on. I think they bring him off the bench. I think Champagnie's shooting is just. I feel like you do need that. Like he's one of the best shooters in the NBA. So I think they keep starting him. I mean, I like the move. I think it's a decent move. They needed size and a veteran presence on that team. And Tobias Harris could go score. Like there's gonna be some games when he drops 20 points, and he could do that. So I got no problem with it. I have no problem with that move. Other moves. Let's see. Kelly Oubre, 2 years, 17 million to the Indiana Pacers. Like it? You like that move?
Yeah, that was a good pickup for y'all. That was a really good pickup. Is he starting?
Would you start him over Aaron Nesmith?
I would. I think he's a better shooter than Aaron, but Aaron's a better defender. Aaron's a better Aaron's a better defender. But I think Kelly Oubre is the better shooter.
That's interesting. I think Kelly Oubre is a better scorer. I think Aaron Nesmith might be a better shooter though. I think he might be a better shooter, but I think Kelly could go get his own. He could score. He's a decent rebounder. But it's not bad. I like a pickup. They needed some they need some depth. They need some depth on that bench.
He shot 37.
Oh, Kelly?
Aaron.
Aaron. He didn't play a lot though, so
I mean they damn near around the same.
He didn't play.
Aaron might be a little bit better shooter than him. He might be a little bit better shooter.
It's a good move. It's a good move by the Pacers. Other moves that happen. Norman Powell has agreed to 2 years, $45 million deal with the Chicago Bulls. Powell joins the Bulls as a potent scorer after an NBA All-Star season. Miami averaging nearly 22 points over the last 2 years. You like this move by your Chicago Bulls? Don't be a hater.
I wasn't gonna hate. It wasn't a bad move. I'm still not no fan though. Like I'll watch the games this year for sure, but I'm still ain't no fan. Um, uh,
Why?
the lineup, because the Bulls do dumb stuff all the time, and they made okay moves. They didn't do anything. They doing the same thing that they always do. They make moves to be competitive, but they don't make moves to try to compete for a chip. I'm not saying that they had to make one or two moves this all season that could make us contend for a chip because that's unreasonable. But my thing is I don't feel like they set us up. They didn't set us up in a good way to rebuild to get towards that. So I mean, but it's not bad though. You got Giddy at the point, then you got Norman at the two, Montez, Caleb, and then Nick Claxton. Like that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's a pretty competitive lineup. I feel like, but it was okay. It was okay. I'm still not a believer. They still haven't
Give
made me a believer yet.
give Bryson Graham his credit, bro. He cooking.
They gonna be like a ninth, 10th seed and probably get a decent lottery pick next year.
And they resigned Zach Collins. What? 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 What's wrong with that?
Come on now, dog.
Isaiah Coro, free agent? He's still on the team. You know what's crazy? I forgot about Patrick Williams. I forgot about him. I so
I don't
forgot
know
about
how
Patrick.
we just drafted Patrick Williams 2.0.
All right, watch he average 10 points in the summer league. Watch.
Oh, Dylan?
Yeah.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
I bet he give you 10.
I doubt it. We could bet lunch on it.
All right, that's cool. That's fine.
All right.
I bet he at least average 10 in whatever how many games. But if he sits out basically majority of summer league, that's all.
Nah, he's gonna play every game, barring injury. He's gonna play every game.
And he's gonna be a significant part to the rotation next year. Like, he's gonna be significant. You still got Trey Jones, Patrick Williams is you got him, you got Zach Collins, and you still got Jaylen Smith, who played good last year. I mean, the Bulls don't look that bad, bro. Under the old management, they were not signing Norman Powell. They wasn't. Like you got a really good scorer to go with Giddy, who's gonna make life for him so much easier. And then you got Montes, who we both like, and then you got Caleb Wilson, who's probably the best player on the team already, with Claxton, and we finally got a good big. I think the Bulls have done a really good job in free agency. I feel like when we get to the point of winners and losers, I swear to God, if you put a loser, you're just hating at this point. Like, there's no way you can say they're a loser.
I wouldn't even put them on my list.
Yeah,
I don't think they winners or losers. I think they right in between.
You can't say they're a loser just because of really off the one pick, though. Like, I can't do that.
How come you could have picked somebody else that could have helped progress us even faster?
I agree with that.
Unless bro turn into like Kawhi Leonard or something like that, bro, that shit is bogus.
I'm with you. I'm with you, but I can't say yes. And I get it, Caleb Wilson. You can't mess that up. But you drafted Caleb Wilson, who to some people could be the best player in 10 years, be the best player out of this draft. Who knows? But you did draft Caleb Wilson. You got Nick Claxton for basically nothing, literally. You was just in the trade and he just went over to your team. And then you signed Norman Powell. How can I put you just in between?
They were good moves.
But you're saying that they're in between, but I can't say they're in between when those three moves are better than just this one move you say they messed up on.
Look, I'm not gonna get they're not winners, dog. The winners would be if they would have made moves that would help help the team develop and grow. First off, you signed Norman Powell. Yes, that was a good pickup. But now, what about Montes? Montes is not going to be the first option no more. Caleb Williams probably not even going to be the first option no more. Norman Powell's our best scorer, so which means he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot. That's going to take away from Montes, and it's going to take away from Caleb. I would have rather y'all not sign them that way. They can get more shot attempts up. They can get more. They can get more chances to fail, so they can know what to do and not to do, so they can be prepared for the following year. Like, it was an okay move. It wasn't bad. Y'all still gonna be competitive, but y'all still gonna be ass.
See, but this the thing though, and I'm not talking about you, but then here come Bulls fans. Let's just say they don't sign Norman Powell, but let's hypothetically say they re-sign Kevin Huerter. Now we're gonna be like, we finally drafted potentially a superstar player. How come we not competing? How come we're not going out here getting better players? Why are we signing Kevin Huerter? Then they're gonna be like, the Bulls aren't serious still. Now when we are looking a little bit serious, now it's still now it's taken away from Montes. Look, I think Montes can still develop and be a good player. Now, will he be the first option like you just said? No. But I think he can definitely be arguably your second or third.
Dog, we need to go into a full rebuild. Not no damn retool, because we've tried retooling over the years and it never worked. The Bulls are doing the same thing they've been doing for the last 10 plus damn years, and this shit ain't worked. But it ain't worked.
But this the difference though. When they did try to do that, I will say I don't think the Zach LaVine type stuff and like DeMar, I wouldn't say that was a retool. I definitely thought they was really trying to be good. It's just stuff happened. But outside, like once that kind of went down and they tried to retool, even the years before that, those players, they didn't try to get like good players. It was literally getting BS. Like Norman Powell's a good player. Nick Claxton is a good player. Like those are really good players. So I'm thinks to some people, it's like, okay, I think the Bulls are they're looking a little serious.
Dog,
but I think we can't. But not you.
Go every single year. They're going to be in the same spot they're going to be in every single year. That 10, 11, 12 range, dog. They're going to be in the same spot every year. And if that's a winner, then, I don't know what else to call a winner then. Because staying in the same spot in purgatory for damn near 10 plus years is some damn bullshit. That ain't no damn winner.
I just can't go off. I can't really go off just the one pickup when they did just do 3 good moves, though. Like, those are 3 good moves.
I never said they were losers.
No.
They're not winners in my eyes.
I know you said they in the middle, but even though I still wouldn't even put them in the middle, even though they messed up on, say, the 15th pick.
I feel like in order for them to be winners, they would have had to do something to their roster that would make them better than what they were last year. Yeah, they got better players than they had last year, but I still think they're gonna be in the same spot. And if you're in the same spot, how the hell you winning? You didn't progress. You just gonna be in the same spot. Legit the same spot. They literally finna be in that 10 to 12 range. Legit.
I don't know. I think they can get to probably say the potentially.
They're not better than the Pistons.
I think ceiling is like an 8 seed.
I think the ceiling is high playing. I wouldn't put them over the Celtics. I wouldn't put them over the Knicks. I wouldn't put them over the Cavs. I wouldn't put them over the Raptors. I wouldn't even put them over the Hawks. I wouldn't put them over the Sixers. That's 17s right there. I wouldn't put them over the Magic. That's 8. I wouldn't put them over the Heat. That's 9. So they looking at 10. I wouldn't even put them over the Wizards. And the Wizards would be 10. So they like 11. And then depending on what the Bucks do, they might not even be better than the damn Bucks.
But they still made some good moves, though. But we still don't know where they could be at. They still made good moves. To some, like the Lakers. Some people probably say the Lakers are losers, and they just signed all those dudes. And they're probably going to be winners.
The Lakers are not losers.
How can you say that, though?
Because they retooled that team to fit around Luka. And then on top of that, they used that money that LeBron left, and they made something out of it.
But they overpaid on a lot of guys.
I mean, that's what you gotta do in the NBA. Some people they overpay players. You gotta do it if you want to get the players that you want. You act like this the
But
first
I think
time.
it's
This the first time players that got overpaid. Players get overpaid all the time.
But I think it's just the fact that it's just free agency. The fact that you made some good moves and plus the draft itself, that's what the Bulls have done. They have made some decent moves. But the Lakers, I think I would put them as a winner too. But to some people, they're gonna say they're a loser because you're overpaying for people that you don't have to pay for. You you didn't, like you said yesterday, you didn't have to pay 30 something million for Walker Kessler. You didn't have to pay 15 million to freaking Quinn Grimes, who did basically nothing for the Sixers. You didn't do that. You chose to do that. To some people, that's a loser. I feel like if the Lakers are a winner for just overpaying guys, I feel like the Bulls should be a winner and they at least made some decent moves. That's all I'm saying. I think they shouldn't be like in the middle. I think the Bulls, I could say they've done a better job than say Cleveland in free agency. Outside of if they get LeBron, that's a different story. Like the Bulls, free agency wise, have done better.
Dog, Quentin Grimes ain't have that bad of a year, dog. He had 13. He averaged 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. That's not bad. And a steal. That's not bad.
You
And he
told me
shot.
I swear to God, you told me like a month ago he wasn't even worth 10 million. You
He
told
was.
me
I didn't. He wasn't, because of what he did in the playoffs. He was not worth that 10 million that he did. But as far as the regular season, he did not have a bad regular season. He did not. I mean, he shot bad from three. Well, it ain't really bad. But he shot 33% from three. I think league average is like 30, 33, 34, 35. So he didn't shoot that bad from three. He shot average from three. In the regular season, he played good. In the playoffs, he just played ass. He wasn't worth that 10 million that he was looking for. In the playoffs, he only averaged 6 points. You went from 13 down to 6. Like, that's ass. That's not worth 15 million. But in the regular season, he didn't pay bad. He didn't play bad. So his agent, if his agent's negotiating, I'm telling you, hey, look what he did in the regular season. This is $10 million, $15 million worth of a player. So
he finessed him. He finessed the Lakers. Like Quinn Grimes is a legit. He's a legit role player. I don't think he was worth 15. I mean, I think the Bulls have done so far. Literally in the past free agencies they've done a good job and at least have tried. That's all I'm saying. I can't put them in the middle. To some people, they're gonna say the Hornets have damn near could have won free agency because they made all these trades and got good players.
No.
I'm saying some
lost.
people. I'm saying some people. I'm saying some.
Giving up LaMelo, that's an L, dog. They was just a big away, dog. That's all. I feel like they was just a big away.
I'm just saying to some people, they probably think they've actually, with the assets and getting good role players surrounded by Brandon Miller and Con Knipple, they've done a decent job. And some people might say, that's a winner. And I get it. Trading LaMelo Ball to some people that's a bad move because you gave up on your best player. That's all I'm saying. Speaking of the Hornets, the Hornets did trade Miles Bridges to the Phoenix Suns. If I can find the trade, if I can find the picture, here we go. Yes, Miles Bridges is getting traded to the Phoenix Suns for a 2029 first round pick, a 2027 second round pick, and for Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, and a 2033 first round pick. What's your thoughts on Miles Bridges on the Phoenix Suns, real quick?
I think that was a good pickup for the Phoenix Suns. With him, Dylan Brooks, together in the starting lineup. I think that'd be really good defensively. Plus with Mark Williams, who's a decent shot blocker and a good rebounder. I think that front court would be really good. Only thing is, like, I'm not that big of a Jaylen Green fan. I think that they should have flipped him and try to go get a decent point guard like Ja. Because we've seen Devin Booker run a point guard for the last couple of years, and it takes away from what he's really good at, which is scoring. You're asking him to get guys involved, and that's not really his game. He can do it, but that's not really his game. That's not his superpower. So But as far as the Miles Bridges trade, I like it. I like it. It brings more athleticism. It brings a little bit more defense, a little bit more scoring prowess to the starting lineup. So I thought it was a good move for him. And then as far as for the Hornets, I thought they got some really good bench players back in Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal. I felt like they could have made that move and kept LaMelo. Like if they would have kept LaMelo and made this same move, I think they still would have been good. But I just hate the fact that they traded LaMelo, dog.
They gave up on him. They didn't think he was. They think he wasn't good enough to lead us to say a promised land.
But
And
Kobe White is. Kobe White is.
I don't
But
think
we don't
Kobe
know what
White.
Bradley Miller. We don't know what Brandon Miller, Con Knipple are gonna be just quite yet. But I don't see them leading me to the promised land either, unless
I
those two
question
make a big jump.
question from what you've seen from LaMelo the past. What's this year 6 going into what he completed? Was it 6? Is he worth $50 million? 50 plus
Ooh.
$1 million. From what you've seen, what you've seen.
It's year 6, so he going into year 7 now. ugh, mm, mm. Yeah and no. I think health plays a big part in it for sure. I think talent wise, yes, he's worth that 50 mil, but from the off the court stuff and the injury prone and barely playing any games, nah. But I think talent wise, yeah, he's worth that 50 mil. It's just he can barely stay healthy. You know what I mean? So because Melo
I
can be a 30 point per game scorer, he
facts.
just never healthy.
True that. I'm with you. From what I've seen from 6 years of LaMelo Ball, I'm not paying $50 million for a guy that can barely stay on the court. Isn't this only like his second time in 6 years playing over 60 plus games? Like,
Yeah, yeah. His second year
and
and
I
then
and I
last year.
and I and I'm thinking and I'm thinking from Hornets management. Look, we're not going anywhere really. I can pay Kobe White, who's cheaper. Is he better than LaMelo? Hell no. And I like Kobe White. Is he a better playmaker and passer than him? Hell no.
Not
But
a rebound either.
true that. But Kobe White can definitely give me at least 20 points. And if I can get that on cheaper deals, I would do that. If I'm management. I'm not paying 50 million for a guy that, knock on wood, could get hurt literally next year. Now we're stuck. They took advantage of it at the highest ceiling possible for LaMelo and just traded him away. I mean, it is what it is. And then the Miles Bridges, it's like they probably been trying to get off him for a minute.
Yeah, they
And they
have.
got back some good players. They got back Royce O'Neal and Grayson Allen. Those are two good role players. And I think they can help them, especially those are veterans, especially Royce O'Neal, who's a veteran on the team. He's like that could help the Hornets. I think they're still like in the okayish tier, but they're not like raw. They're not great, but they're okayish team. They're gonna be okay. But on the Suns, I like it. I think they need another scorer, another player that can defend, uh, rebound. Like they just needed like another scorer, but there is a lot of scoring now. Now you got 4 guys. Dylan Brooks already think he MJ. Jalen Green, he needs his touches. And Devin Booker, he always gonna get his touches, even with the new number now. So they just needed like I guess another like legit scorer. I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move. I think it's a decent move for both sides. And plus the Hornets, they got a lot of draft picks now, so they can use that. And I think from the LaMelo trade, they got like a big trade exception, so they could trade for somebody decent, which could have been Jaylen Brown. They chose not to do it. It is what it is. But they could trade for somebody decent, use all that draft capital, and get somebody good. So I think they kind of set themselves up for failure, but they realized we're not going to go nowhere with LaMelo, so why keep him on the team? What's the point of that?
I told you, I feel like they was just a big away, dog. I think they had everything. I think they had him, Brandon, Khan. If you want to trade Miles, that's cool. But I just felt like they was a big away.
Semi-breaking news. Anthony Simons has agreed to a 2-year, $12.3 million deal with the Philadelphia 76ers with a player option the second season. Simons chose the Sixers over other suitors, believing his fit is perfect with a revamped 76ers roster. We talked about that bench literally like an hour ago. Now he goes on
Yeah.
the bench and brings offense. What's your thoughts? First reactions?
Where he gonna
Why
get
you
tick
looking like
at?
that?
Where he gonna get tick at? Like, I mean,
I
he
mean,
probably
he get 20
he's
games.
the best. He's gonna be the sixth man for sure, for sure. But like, I, uh, me personally, I would have went somewhere where I can get more tick
Miami.
because yeah, he could have potentially started in Miami. You know what I mean? So yeah, yeah.
I mean, we talked about how their bench is bad.
No, yeah, that bench is bad for their bench for them to get him off that bench. That's really good. I'm just saying, me personally, if I was him, I wouldn't have went there
They got a
because
lot
you
of
went from
scorers
being
on
a
this team.
starter to now you went from being a bench player. Now, like you want to work your way back up so you could be a starter, get starter money. So it's like now that's
Look
not
what
gonna
Quinn
happen.
Grimes. Look what Quinn Grimes got. He can't be Quinn Grimes.
He's better than Quentin Grimes in my opinion.
Oh no, he's better than him. But I'm saying he can't be Quinn Grimes. Was mid on the bench, and look what he just got: $15 million a year for the next 4 years. He can't
Well,
be
he
that.
better have his agent. He better have his agent.
It's a decent move. I thought it was a good move. You needed bench scoring. Then if something happens to say Tyrese Maxey, because Tyrese Maxey did miss a lot of time last year, Anthony Simons could come in, potentially start lineup and score. He's a 20-point per game scorer easily. They say they remind him of Dame. So
I mean, he did learn under Dame, so
yeah, he did. So
he literally
I,
took all of Dame's moves. I ain't
he
mad
do
at
be
him because
playing like him though, low
he
key. He
plays
do be.
exactly like him. He took all this moves. Shit.
So I like the move. I think it's a decent move. I truly think it's a decent move. They just needed something off that bench, and that's what they got. They got to score. They still need to revamp that bench though. They still need to revamp that bench. Well, the last thing, because couple of more things. Yeah, probably a couple of more. Marcus Smart has agreed on a 2-year, $13 million deal with the Houston Rockets plus a player option. Former Defensive Player of the Year reunites with Ime Udoka for a significant opportunity in the Rockets backcourt. You like Marcus Smart on the Houston Rockets?
It gives them that point guard that they need. Hey, does he start?
I don't think so.
Him,
I think Fred
Fred,
start.
KD. I'm saying him, Fred, KD.
You putting Jabari
A
on Smith? You
man.
putting Jabari on the bench? I think you need that shooting.
I mean, Marcus Smart shot. Didn't he shoot? Let me look at
I
his
think he
percentage before
did
I
shoot
say
that
it.
bad.
Yeah, I thought he shot pretty well last year.
And you need size. That's a
I mean,
small
but Marcus
backcourt.
Smart, he could defend big guards.
Yeah, he
Oh, he
can.
only shot 33% last year. Why I
Never
feel like
mind.
he shot better than that?
Never mind. My bad.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ime started him though. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, man. We putting Jabari on the bench.
Yeah, because
Man,
Marcus Smart can still shoot. Then you got Fred, who's a knockdown shooter, and then you still got KD. So if they do start him, it'd be Smart, Fred, KD, Amin, and Sengun.
I like the move. You get point guard depth because last year Fred missed a whole year and they struggled for the point guard terribly. Now you
Mm-hmm.
bring in Marcus Smart, still a low key good defender, can shoot the ball pretty good. He knows his role: play defense, shoot, and that's it really for him. But I think he comes off the bench. I think you're gonna start Fred, Amin, KD, Jabari, and Sengun. And I think it does help with their bench because man, after when Fred, even when they was starting him in, that point guard depth on the bench. Like, I'm sorry. Is it what's Holiday brothers? Aaron Holiday. He ain't it. He ain't it. Nothing against him, but he ain't it. I can't roll with that. But now you got a legit proven backup point guard or starter point guard in Marcus Smart. I like this
And on
move.
top of that, he has the experience. He has the
Yeah.
experience. So
Went to a finals, won Defensive Player of the Year. I like this move. I like this move by the Rockets, and you stole him from the Lakers, who beat y'all ass in the playoffs, basically. So I like this move. Free agent center Mitchell Robinson has agreed to a 3-year, $47.4 million deal to sign with the Boston Celtics with a player option in the third season. Robinson departs from the Knicks after serving a key role in a historic championship team. You like Mitchell Robinson on the Boston Celtics?
Uh, yeah, no, yeah, because I think he brings that defense and that rebounding that they need, and then for him, I think that he believes that he's a starter in this league, and as long as he's with the New York Knicks, he wasn't doing that. And the one thing that the Celtics need is a big, so I think him going there it was a move because he wants to be a starter again. Um, but no, because the man's always hurt.
Yes, man.
Like, like it was a good pickup, but if he not healthy, was it really a good pickup? If he can't give me 25 to 30 minutes a night, was it really a good pickup?
He ain't giving you 30.
So it's like, and then they got Cater there who played really great last year for them. But to be honest with you, I think Mitchell Robinson is a little bit better than Cater. But if you can't stay healthy, dog, it's gonna have the same role that you had on the Knicks, on the Celtics.
I think they're two different centers. I think Mitchell Robinson more defensive center, rebounding is good. Cater is it's definitely more. He's definitely a way better offensive player than Mitchell Robinson. And Mitchell Robinson is bigger and I think taller than him. Because I mean, Cater was getting killed by Joel Embiid. He was getting killed. Like he couldn't do it, bro. Jaylen Brown had to guard him because they couldn't do it. They couldn't. They just didn't have him. I mean, I ain't gonna cap. He better than Vucevic right now because he fit way better than that. Because Vucevic couldn't even play. They said sit on the bench with me. I like the move. They definitely needed center, backup center. They just needed center depth. He brings championship experience. Obviously, just won a championship. Great rebounder. He can't hit free throws, but like you said, is he going to be healthy? And Mitchell Robinson could just give me 20 minutes a game. I'm cool with that because I still got Cater. Cater is decent. He's not bad. So I think just adding depth to the center position is a great move by the Celtics. Let's see. Where is that thing at? Kristaps Porzingis has agreed to a 2-year, $40 million contract extension to return to the Warriors with a player option. Then obviously Draymond Green declined his player option, $27 million, probably going to accept something lower. So you like the?
You think he's just waiting on Bron?
He's waiting on Bron. Draymond Green is definitely waiting on Bron. I think they're waiting to see if Bron will go there. Then he'll take less because I think they said he'll take around what Porzingis got, so that's $20 million. So you like that? You like the Porzingis move back to the Warriors?
Yeah, I think they needed him. I definitely think they needed him. I definitely think that it helps their offense. Even if they don't get LeBron, I still like the move because I thought the Warriors could have made a decent run last year with Jimmy, Steph, Draymond, and Porzingis. I thought they could have made a decent move. So even if they don't get LeBron, and they just keep the team how it is, I still like it. I still like the move.
You did say that. You did say that. I like it because Porzingis brings shooting. He brings defense, rim protection. They just needed a big in general because Al Horford as your starting big is just not it. Nothing against him. And you can't play Draymond Green at the center all the time. That just ain't going to work out. I'm sorry. So I love Porzingis and Draymond Green. He will be back. He's just waiting on his bestie Bron to see if he wants to come. It's going to be a lot of glaze in that locker room. Hey, Draymond be defending the shit out of Steph. Boy, he might go to war for LeBron. He might go to war. Literally.
Don't let the media say nothing bad about either one of them, boy. Oh my God.
Hey, that man did put on his post, like I think at the wedding, like my glorious king. That is crazy.
That's OD. That's OD.
That's crazy.
That's OD. That's OD. I would have never said nothing like that, dog.
That is crazy to say my glorious king to another man.
You said it.
But that's different though. Draymond was dead serious. He was dead serious. All right, last thing. Then we out of here. Pat Riley. The Miami Heat remain in the mix for LeBron James, Chris Middleton, Bradley Beal. Anthony Simons was on there, but he's gone now. And then obviously Andrew Wiggins, signed a new 3-year, $64 million contract to stay with the franchise with a player option. Then Shams said Wiggins will serve as a key starter alongside the Heat starter Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam. And Miami received a commitment on a $64 million deal player option. He opted into his $30 million player option, so he'll get lower in the second and third year. And then obviously they did sign Tim Hardaway Jr., was a $6 Man of the Year candidate, and then signed Fontecchio, good shooter. So, what's your thoughts on the Heat's moves, and can they get any of these players that they said they're in the mix for?
They need to go get Brad. They need to go get Brad Beal. I think if Brad Beal goes there, I think it's different than he was when he was in Phoenix being the third option. Because I feel like in Miami, they're gonna look for him to score and for that perimeter play because Giannis is obviously gonna be our best player and he's gonna be the go-to option. But I'm still not that convinced in Bam being your second option. So I think if he goes there, I think he's gonna be like what Norman Powell was. Norman Powell was for them. So I think they got a real legitimate chance of getting Bradley Beal.
I forgot. You know what's crazy? Before he opted out of his player option, which was shocking,
about him too.
I forgot about him. I'm not.
I forgot he was in the league too. I ain't gonna lie, because he ain't played none. He played with like one.
I think he played like 3 games. I think he played 3 games last year. Then he like hurt his back and got surgery. So I forgot about him. I truly did forget about him.
He played 6 games last year.
Wow, 6. I thought it was 3. That's crazy. Man, Bradley Beal getting to that, man, we forgetting about you. Like, you was a really great scorer, but we forgetting about you territory now.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley Beal, I mean, if he's healthy, that could be a great pickup by the Heat. If he, like you said, they're going to look at you as like that Chris Middleton type of player that when it comes down to it, 5 seconds left on the clock, I could give it to you. He could hit a clutch 3, get into the mid-range. That's his spot. And he could take it, and he could get to the rack. If they get him and he's healthy, that could be a sneaky pickup. Even if they get a Chris Middleton too, I think that could be a sneaky pickup. Chris Middleton played with Giannis. They won the championship together. Experience like that. You know, the Heat do make
if they get both, what would they closing lineup be? Because I think Davion Mitchell still needs to play because of his defense.
Yeah.
And then he shot really well from 3 last year as well. So I think that he still needs to start. But if you pick up Chris Middleton and Brad Beal, because they obviously need bench players as well still, what that closing lineup going to look like? Because Chris Middleton plays well with Giannis, and we've seen that he could be a closer.
Yes.
So it's like, what the closing lineup be? What, Beal, Middleton, Giannis, Bam, and
remember
and
Wiggins?
Because I ain't saying Bradley Beal's a great defender, but he not no slouch as a defender. You know what I mean? He at least tries. Let me put it like that. And then you got Wiggins, who's a good defender. Then you got, because Brad is taller than Davion. So essentially, it'd be a big closing lineup because I think Brad's 6'4", Wiggins is like what 6'7", 6'6". Then you got Chris Middleton, who's around the same height. Then you got Giannis and Bam. Like, that's a big closing lineup. And then you still got shooting because Chris Middleton, Brad, Wiggins. So you still got some shooting as well.
I think Davion does start, like you said. You need that defense. Wiggins starts because you need that defense, and he can shoot the ball really good well. You know, you might, depending on how the situation is, let's just say offensive, you're down by 1. You might have to put Bradley Beal in there. You might have to. But I mean, Chris Middleton's in there too. Chris Middleton has shown time and time again he can hit a clutch shot.
So who you starting? You starting Brad or you starting Middleton? Because them four starting spots are already locked.
That's the $1 million question. You know, I think I start Bradley Beal. I think Chris Middleton knows that he's a little bit older, even though Bradley Beal older too. But I think offensively, I would still take Bradley Beal at this point. Even though Bradley Beal has shown me absolutely nothing the past 3 years, I probably take I still probably look at Bradley Beal as a better offensive scorer.
They around the same age.
That's why I
Bradley
said
Beal
he ain't
33.
that old either.
Yeah, Bradley Beal 33 and Chris Middleton 34.
I think at this point, pick your poison.
Who
But you
shot
like them
that?
resigning Andrew Wiggins though.
Yeah, I do. I like that. I
They
think they
had
needed
to.
that. Yeah,
They
I think they
had to.
needed that for sure.
They had no choice, man. If they didn't sign him, oh, it would have been spooky
Yeah,
hours for them.
Brad is the better shooter. They probably start Brad. Yeah.
If they do get both. But I mean, he got a lot of moves to make. I don't know what Pat Riley's doing. What if they sign all three and get Braun though? Hmm. Hmm.
Would you put Davion on the bench?
Hell no.
You still start him? Only reason
Hell
why I say
yeah.
that. Only reason why I say that is because Braun could serve as your point guard, and then you could still have Brad at your two. Then you got Wiggins at your three, and then you still got Giannis and Bam. So technically, I could put Wiggins on the PG. I could put Giannis on whoever because Braun can still guard fours. You can guard threes and fours, so I ain't tripping on that. So you could put Giannis on your whatchamacallit player, or you could put Bam and have Giannis guard the big and have LeBron guard the four. So I mean, they could do a lot of things with it. To be honest with you,
I need Davion Mitchell's defense. I'm okay with Bradley Beal coming off the bench when I got Wiggins, who's probably better than Bradley Beal at this point, and LeBron, Giannis, and Bam. I'm okay with that. Last thing, your guy Cam Reddish is going to be on the Orlando Magic G League team. I mean, a summer league team.
oh, I need my boy to hoop, dog. I need my boy to hoop. I believe in Cam Reddish so much, bro. I think he messed up going to Duke though.
You think so?
Cause yeah, he was the odd man out, bro. He was the odd man out.
I
If
think.
he
I
would have went
think.
to another school, he would have had a chance to showcase what he could really do, and it probably could have, because it's all about where you go in the league. So it probably could have helped him. It probably could have helped him, to be honest
I
with you.
think what messed him up was getting traded to New York. Because it's that report Tom Thibodeau didn't want him. He didn't
Yeah, because
want
he
him.
was a 10th pick. He was a 10th pick, bro. If he would have went to another school and he would have hooped, he could have been top 5. He could have went 4. He could have probably went 4 over DeAndre Hunter, bro. Or he could have went 6 over Jared. First off, Jared Culver is not even in the league no more, dog.
He's not though. He'll be in the league in a minute.
Man, G, he could have went top 6 for sure, bro. If he would have went to another school.
I think that trade to New York messed everything up because Tom Thibodeau wasn't playing him at all. And I think if he plays some legit minutes, I think life's better. But then he did have his opportunity in LA to play with LeBron and stretch the floor. He didn't do that. He was not good.
That's come on, man. You know how it is when you get to LA, bro. First, all that pressure on you. He was already in his head. Then you go to LA, all that spotlight on you. You miss one shot, people booing you. Like, hooping for them big franchises is different, especially the Lakers, bro. Like,
That's true though. But
I want to see him hoop. I want to see him hoop, bro. I want to see him hoop.
You gonna be watching them Orlando Magic Summer League games, then?
Now that I know that, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Jaylen Brown put out a statement after being traded from the Boston Celtics to the 76ers. This Shams just tweeted this out. I'll read this, then if you got something to say, then we'll go. First and foremost, thank you to the Most High. Even in the midst of adversity, I'm here with gratitude. I'm still processing how this all went down. I'm excited and disappointment at the same time. I earned my respect from this city. I never asked for shortcuts or special treatment. I simply showed up every day, put my head down, accepted every challenge. The relationships I built here, the battles we fought together, the championship we brought to the city, and the connection I share with the fans I'll carry with me. Saying goodbye is easy. When you're invested your heart into something, I'm big on respect and action. Speak louder than words. To the people of Boston, thank you. To the community I built here, I love you. And to the shift ass, we are locked in for life. As one chapter closes again, another begins. I'm excited for what's ahead and grateful for the opportunity to join Philadelphia. Every city has its own identity, its own passion, and his own expectation. I respect that. I'm looking forward to earning that respect the only way I know how, through the work. Philly, throw the ball up. Let's get it.
That was well said. That was well said.
Man, it's going to look different not seeing Jaylen Brown in green and white. It's going to be different.
Yeah. Gonna be in black and red now. Black, red, and what, gold?
Black, red, white. Blue every occasional. Blue, red, white, black. The digital print house 5758. I like the Simmons signing for the. I guess he meant Simons for the Sixers. Just glad it wasn't Ben. Laughing my ass off. I thought you said Simmons. But that's it for us. Shout out to the 136 people that chat, the most people we had in the chat on this podcast. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the people on Facebook. Shout out to the people on YouTube. Shout out to the people on Twitter, especially. Thank you guys for showing up. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe on all our social media platforms, on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you want to hear me and Charles yap for 2 hours and 25 minutes, we're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Again, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It's a great podcast episode. We talked about free agency, hoping more moves happen. Maybe LeBron picks a team, hopefully. Maybe Charles's guy, Jaylen Duren, goes to another team and they don't sign him again. Who knows? Because if that happens, we will probably, it depends on how life is. We will be back on and I will be ready for the crash out and I will be laughing my ass off. But until then, we will see you guys next time. Hopefully more moves happen, but see you guys later. Peace out.